I just could not wait to find out for myself.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. Well, I've tried it, my friend. And I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I learned a hard lesson in a small Texas town.
He fired up a fat boy and he passed him around.
The last words I spoke before they tucked me in.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I'll never smoke
weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
I hopped on his old bus, the Honeysuckle Road.
The party was Vegas, it was after the show.
Alone in the front lounge, just me and him.
With one parting puff, Grim Creeper sat in. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
Now we're passing the guitar, telling good jokes.
I know one's a-coming 'cause I'm smelling smoke.
No, I do not partake. I just let it pass by.
With a smile on my face and a great contact high. I'll never smoke weed, Willie again. My party's all over before it began. You can pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
In the fetal position, with drool on my chin.
I messed up and smoked weed with Willie again.
The fabulous Toby Keith. Good morning. Hello. Welcome back to, ladies, the Bob and Tom Show. NFL season opener edition. Hello, Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick McGee.
She's at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Back from serving his country on jury duty.
Thank you.
That's right.
Guilty.
Guilty.
If he's here, he's probably guilty. That's me, Your Honor.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Wow.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. I was dismissed for jury duty. There's Tom Griswold.
You were dismissed. Did you actually get the interview and everything?
Oh, yeah. I watched the film. I got the interview, and the defense attorney, whatever they do, pull an exception, whatever, kicked me out. And I saw her in the hallway afterward, and she goes, I recognize you. You tried to pick me up in a bar 2 years ago.
Nice.
I said, well, thank you, Stephanie. Do you have 10 minutes right now? And she goes, no, I got to get back to jail. You know me. I'm always at Mr. Crazy. I'm ready.
We watched a movie, and judging by the clothes in the movie, we watched the same movie.
I do not doubt that.
It's sort of like that middle part thing going on, the kind of Brendan Fraser / Fraser look.
Oh,
Smart guy with a turtleneck on.
Oh, yeah.
Is it on DVD now?
It's not on DVD. It was just digital. They played it on a computer, and it was, this is your civic duty. And they had in one part of the movie, I mean, completely serious, they said, if you don't get selected today, don't take it personally. And I'm going,
I can't believe you bastards.
who gets the opportunity to go home and then gets offended because they didn't get to sit in a courtroom for $30 a day?
Is it the same guy? Well, they were playing a pickup game, and I didn't get picked again.
Yeah.
I was 10th. The guy in the wheelchair got the play, not me.
Well, I certainly hope the film, The Jury and You. Yeah. One of those deals.
So did you get selected?
I did not. I sat in a room from 8 a.m. until like 12:30, and then they talked to us like 3 times, and they said, get out of here. Go about your day.
But you didn't get interviewed by anybody. Though.
No one asked me anything.
I made it into the courtroom.
Did you say it was $30 a day?
They pay you $30 a day.
That's righteous bucks. All right.
Do they pay you just for coming down?
Hang on. Ace says $30 a day. It's gone up.
Hey, you think I pay Ace 30 a day? Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
No, when I went, the tape was still on this was like 10 years ago. It was on VHS.
Yeah, no VHS.
And it was like $15.
Really? Yeah, they've upped it.
Huh.
But do they pay everybody or just the ones that get picked?
I think just everyone for showing up.
I think, if you just show up.
Do they validate parking?
They do validate parking.
You get a meal? You get a lunch?
You do not get lunch, but there is a vending machine. You can get a hot dog.
Ah,
Nice.
out of a vending machine?
There should be like a mixer, right? Like in freshman year, you know?
Should be a DJ.
All the jurors.
Well, no, because no one was talking it was great. You're just sitting there kind of bored for hours, but no one's talking. You're just on your phones. And then after like the third time they took attendance, oh my God, you guys. The third time they take attendance, they're going, so Josh Arnold, here, Christy Lee, here, this genius, Chick McGee, still here.
Oh!
Kills. Just completely crushes the whole room. I've never been... I was so jealous of this man. So just murder.
How many people at the end of the session hadn't been picked for the jury or were still sitting there?
Couple hundred.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like they've... it's a pretty big pool to choose from.
See, that
I think you want a big pool.
that makes me feel better. So when I get my notice,
Yes.
like every, it's like clockwork, 4 or 5 weeks,
You're there
I get a thing.
with
And
the doors waiting.
Nope. I get in that mailbox. I look at it. Oh, jury duty. Put it in the trash. Obviously, they have plenty of people.
We'll see you. We'll see you in prison.
Dude, you should have seen.
So, what are you in for?
This lady was playing some game on her phone with the sound on. So like every 6 seconds you should like whoa 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 whoa. Here's just some little animated.
Excuse me, ma'am. It sounds like you're doing quite well. First of all, secondly, can you turn the sound off?
Now, let me ask you this: were you allowed to talk on the phone?
I don't think so. There weren't any rules, but people were talking on the phone.
Okay, because I had to do something involving the state in the middle of COVID.
Well, they just round you up every. Just
No, it was
general knowledge, right?
It's too boring to explain, but it was at the Social Security office, and it was packed. There was nowhere to sit, and you were not allowed to talk on your phone. And it was the middle of COVID. That may be why.
Was that
Everybody was masked, and
Was that
that's why I'm
a
sure.
sign that said you couldn't be, or did someone come out and make an announcement?
no,
You
there were signs all over the place.
Okay.
So yeah, but it reminds me that noise that the woman was making, Willie. I don't know if you ever remember this story. I don't know if I can't give too much detail because it's someone you know. I was at a funeral, and this was about, I would say, almost 20 years ago. I don't know if you remember this, but there was a time when you turned off what was then called a cell phone. Remember this? When you turned it off, it would go really loud, and no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a funeral. The funeral had started, and I realized my phone was on.
Here we go.
No, this has got a happy ending, and I.
Not for the guy at the funeral. Thank you, Pat.
This
Happy ending at a funeral is very inappropriate.
no, but
Funerals turn me on. Is that wrong?
Yeah, I wish I could tell most of the story. Part of the story was the decedent. Someone was up there telling a story about the decedent and essentially a prostitute.
Holy samole.
Yeah, it was really unpleasant.
That
In
didn't
any
seem
event,
appropriate.
I had to exit because I was also thought, oh my God, my phone's going to ring. I did this is before things like muting and you couldn't just turn it off. I had to actually exit the church just to turn it off because of that sound. Those days are gone. We have mute. These phones are so smart. Well,
Why they're called
congratulations.
smartphones.
Yeah, congratulations on doing your civic duty, Willie.
You should have seen the look that I shot that lady. I got her. She turned it off. It was only one look. It had been going on for probably 5 minutes, and I just gave her one just quick. Phone silence right off. Oh my gosh, she turned it right off.
Well, good. Maybe she just wasn't aware because she plays it all the time.
I can publicly shame an old lady real easy. I'm very good at that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Better than Flash,
Yeah.
old lady.
Yeah.
I did that too in the parking lot after I got my parking validated.
Now, we got some big
Did she
news this
smile?
morning.
We do?
Yeah, we got a big show coming up Friday, November 17th. This show is going to come to you that morning from the North Star Mohican Casino Resort. And that evening,
Blackjack.
Friday the 17th, live show with Patty G, Josh, Jeff Oskey, and Willie. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. That'll be at the North Star Mohican Casino Resort in Bowler, Wisconsin. So keep that in mind. That's once again, those tickets go on sale tomorrow. And by the way, things of a dated nature that are important. Tonight is the opening of the NFL season officially.
That's right.
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's why
Jerry.
today you want to get in your picks for the Pigskin Pick'em competition week 1 to win the Big Green Egg Mini Max.
And coming up today, we'll have this week's Shoe In of the Week, week 1. They're already up on the old Instagram, the Chick McGee, if you'd like to take a peek.
They're back, baby.
We're back indeed. We are back, baby. Monday Night Football.
To get into the contest, it's bobandtom.com/contest. You don't have to go with the spread. You don't have to think too hard. Just pick the winners. Get those entries in before the game starts, like about 15 minutes before the game starts.
But I will tell you, due to the number of people entering this contest, I haven't seen this happen, not happen.
Have a drink, Tom.
Is that... Can you imagine?
Sorry.
Almost every week we get someone who picks everyone right, or 2 or 3 guys who pick everyone right.
Or ladies. A lot of ladies last week.
Ladies, that's very rare, of course.
Hey.
But
Quite rare.
you know me. I'm king of the castle. Anyway, yeah, so... pay attention to that tiebreaker because they come and play almost every week.
Okay, so so get it up. Get it up. Sorry, get it on.
Get it up, get it on, baby. Get it up, get it on, put it in. Yeah, let's do this.
Say it. Say the big one.
No, I was gonna. What is that movie? I think it's the remake of Starsky and Hutch.
You watched that?
With Snoop Dogg? It's actually
not
great.
bad.
It's good.
Really?
It's funny.
Well,
Snoop Dogg should have got
never
Best Supporting
seen
for that.
and it gets. I don't think I'm blowing anything. It gets a pass for me because the real Starsky and Hutch show up at the end of the movie.
Really?
There's a thing where Ben Stiller inexplicably is remember he's walking around that party going, "Do it, do it."
Yeah.
and there's no explanation. If I ever get to talk
Never
to
an explanation.
If I ever get to talk to Ben again, I'm going to go, "Was that your idea?" Because that's so weirdly funny. Yeah, I give that a thumbs up.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a good one.
Okay.
I'll take
we're
your
American.
recommendation.
Aren't we Americans?
Yes.
Darn right we are. And what's the football season on NFL starting tonight mean? That's right, fall's here.
Oh,
No need to look at the calendar. This fall, make listening to the Bob and Tom Show part of your routine, and be sure to use your Raycon wireless earbuds when you do it. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. As you can see, Christy's holding them up. That's a lie. With 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. With Raycons, listen while you travel during that grueling workout. Optimized gel tips, as Tom calls them, gooey. Will fit any ear ever made, and they do not fall out.
They're not gooey and wet. They just work. They work perfectly.
You came up with the word gooey.
Well, that's because I was struggling.
they're jelly.
With Raycon, you're going to be jelly if someone has a pair of Raycon earbuds.
Oh, that's great.
You grab your jelly.
Yeah. That's just.
You also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and they start about half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 78,000 5-star reviews. And school's back in session, which means Raycon's having their annual back-to-school sale for a limited time. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 20% off site-wide, plus free shipping. That's buyraycon.com/Tom to score 20% off and free shipping. Buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, some NFL stuff, a bunch of cool things in the news, an update on the lunatic that was trying to run across the ocean.
And an update on
And the hamster wheel?
an update in the prune industry.
Prunes?
That's right.
Oh, Tom's favorite fruit.
Darn right.
I have some in the green
I'm
room.
very well aware.
Yeah,
In fact, because I have prunes
we've
in the
all
green
seen
room,
the
Yeah.
we're going to be taking a break. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Okay, now, Pat is going to remove her wig. Go ahead, Pat. Can you see it? We're taking a little video.
Well, let Miss Pat put a hat on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you yanked it right off. There
Is that clipped on? Oh, no, you've got like a yarmulke. Wait a minute.
That's
a skull cap to hold the wig on.
Looks kind of like
so
a
it
yarmulke.
don't fly off in the wing, Tom.
See, we're already down to the skull on your head, so we don't give you a skull
Miss
cap.
Pat is now going to place her wig on my head. That's really tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, jeez.
Let me do it. Don't mess up my wig, Tom.
You've got a giant melon.
Are you supposed
Tom.
to cover my
I had no
ears?
idea.
Yeah, for a minute. Wait a minute, Tom. I got this.
Ow! Jeez.
Let the listeners know out there that there are about 30 cameras right now
Ow! You're really hurting my ear.
Let me make sure it's styled right.
trained on Tom.
Do I have bangs? I just want to have.
You look like Weird Al Yankovic.
Chick, describe. How do I look? I can't see.
You have a very dark curly-haired wig on your head, and with your pale skin, you kind of look like
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Not Denzel?
No.
Not Denzel in Flight?
You're a little too light.
You look like, you remind me of Tommy Lee
Just
Jones
because
in
you have
Lincoln.
dark hair does not make you a black man.
Absolutely.
The 13th Amendment will...
What? Didn't Tommy Lee Jones have the black wife?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
You're giving up. Don't give away the movie.
They already won the Oscar. You sure do, Tom. You need a sister in your bedroom, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
That's what you need.
I was hoping for Denzel, and I've got...
You look like,
You don't look like
you look like a
Denzel.
slave owner.
Christy hit it on the nose. You do look like Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she just said?
No.
He looked like a slave owner.
I look like a slave owner.
Black card. That was for me today, Tom.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Be very uncomfortable.
Does it really?
Yeah. As
Well,
far as I know that. Never mind. We'll just move forward.
Miss Pat could be your Sally Hemings. How about that?
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show, Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting old. I'm not doing this gracefully. I hate technology. I hate any kind of change. Have you seen this commercial for a car where they say the car can actually anticipate when you're going to have a wreck? The car can predict when I guess they got some kind of computer on board.
Right.
I thought, if that was really true, as soon as I hand the keys to my son, the damn airbags would go off. You know what I mean? But it's all this technology. Like I'm sure you guys probably have this. I just don't understand if this like MySpace and Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Twitter.
I just don't. I don't understand the concept. Can you imagine being in a mall and going up to a complete stranger and going, "Psst, could I be your friend?" Denied to be denied bail. That should be denied. And young people out there, I'm not saying I'm right. I know this is old man cranky talk. I really do. But I just don't understand. I see all these young college kids getting tattoos with like Chinese characters on their arm.
Yeah.
You think there's college kids in China getting "Get her done" tattooed on their arms? I find that unlikely, don't you?
That's very possible.
Now, this you don't have to be old or cranky for this to make you mad, but this is making me nuts. Have you noticed how lately when you call these tech support things, in my case, I was calling my credit card, but one of these 1-800 things, we know this has been outsourced for a while, but sure. Remember in the beginning how they try to pretend like they're American?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that? They'd say, "Oh, my name is Sean." You go, "Yeah, how's the weather in Calcutta today, Sean?" But now they don't even...
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson, he's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13 and a half.
Oh, boy. Hi. This is Andy Kindler, and this is a different register in my voice. And you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. So continue.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
What's up?
Josh Arnold here.
Hello.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
I have a letter, Tom.
Before you get to your letter.
All right.
We have a number of things coming up today. A little bit of Al Jackson. We'll explore that. We have some interesting things in the news.
Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty.
Thank you. We also have our big green egg competition up and running. It's called the Pigskin Pick'em. Pick the winners in the first week of the NFL. We'll do it every week, but the first week, the first Big Green Egg Mini Max at stake. It's bobandtom.com/contest. Hope you can get into the action. It begins this evening, so get those entries in today.
And tonight's game is on NBC. It's a that package. It's not the Amazon deal, so
everybody can see it?
I was a little confused as to where it was going to be on tonight. So it is on a part of the NBC package, which means what's his name? And the other guy is...
Oh, what's his name and the other guy?
Yeah, the broadcasters for the NBC. I mute when I watch the NFL.
Joe Buck?
No, that's ESPN. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are on the ESPN. I don't know who the NBC team is now. Tirico and Artie Widgery.
Artie Widgery.
Wow, comedian. Friend of the show.
I don't know. Friend of the show. Yeah, so we'll see.
On a different note,
we'll find out.
We have Willie on the road this weekend. Peoria, the famous Jukebox Comedy Club with Greg Hahn Friday and Saturday. Willie, fresh off jury duty. When you go to jury duty, can you dress any way you want?
I wore jeans and a black T-shirt.
Can you wear logos?
I don't know. I mean, maybe when you actually get selected, I think they get it down to like 20 and then down to 14 and 2 alternates. Maybe for those people, they say no logos, but I wasn't even close.
Because, I mean, you could really throw them off. You could wear like a MAGA hat and a Black Lives Matter T-shirt, and they're going, what do we got here? I don't know.
Here
what
we
this
are
guy
on that topic of media.
Yeah, that we're not supposed to talk about.
Then you got two different things.
Chris Collinsworth. That's the guy.
Okay, thank you.
He's great. Why did he loves Mr. Obvious. Why didn't I think of his name? Tom, what's wrong with me? Help
I have no idea.
I want help, Tom. Dear Bob and Tom Show, this is from Tina. I was never a morning show person until I found the Bob and Tom Show. Now I wish my ride to work was longer because you guys put me in such a great mood for the day.
Well, move over here. It'll be longer. There's so much road construction, you can't get anywhere.
Well, maybe you should come and be on the show. Sit here in the room. You think your day's long now. Hey, right now I'm a seasonal worker for the Sunsweet Dryer in Red Bluff, California. That's right. We work long, hard days and get 0 days off for about a month. It's prune season.
Oh, that's what's happening.
And it's not a long one. They have to be intense, and we have to pay attention. If any part of the day goes to the pits, I start thinking about your show and get back to smiling.
Well, that's very nice.
See, she works with
big prune fan.
Prunes, and
like you.
Any part of her day goes to the pits, Tom.
Remember the famous commercial?
I was just talking about that commercial in the break room yesterday.
Today the pits. Was it today the pits, tomorrow the wrinkles?
Stan Freeberg.
Yes, Jake, you did.
Like that.
Today the pits, tomorrow the wrinkles. Sunsweet marches on.
Very good. Very good. Right. Now, elsewhere in sports, we have what happening?
Daniel Medvedev has reached the fourth U.S. Open semifinal as the heat and humidity continue to rise in Flushing Meadows. Oh, the heat and the humidity and the Flushing and
in those meadows.
At one point, Medvedev looked into this courtside TV camera in the final set of a 6-4, 6-3, 6-4 win over Andrei Rublev last night and warned, hey, somebody's going to die out here. This happened. 95-degree heat and the same humidity.
They're apparently considering allowing them significantly more breaks. Because they're allowed to have, I forget.
Well, they
what
could
it is.
shut the roof. They shut the roof during a match.
But they said that didn't help. It made the breeze had been nice, so that.
Well, here's tennis players. Tennis players are fine, but they shut the roof, and then they started complaining about the air conditioners too loud.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's who we're dealing with.
There's no winning here.
There's no win.
That's what. Well, I heard it was really hot, and then Coco Gauff, who's like the teenager from Florida or whatever, she's used to practicing in the hot.
She loves
it.
it.
So she used it to her advantage, and I was like, oh, that's cool. She's not complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it. She can't play there. There's the same thing on odd years, on even years, they have the U.S. Open up in Alaska. Did you know this?
No.
That's a lie.
And
they complain about the cold.
Felt like he had to say that's a lie.
You know, when they do it in Alaska, the tennis players are bears, and instead of a ball, they use a salmon.
Isn't that something?
Oh.
You tell me you wouldn't watch two bears
I may actually
playing
watch tennis if
with
that
a
were the
salmon. In the other match yesterday, Carlos escaped from Alcaraz.
Yeah. Nice.
Defeated Alexander Zverev. Alexander ZV. You can't do that. There's no vowel in between the Z and the V.
Oh, no, the fellows do that over there.
Zverev. ZVEREV. In straight sets to reach the U.S. Open semis. Boy, Carlos he's got a great smile. He's got Teen Magazine written all over him. He's going to become America's teen dream.
I'm glad that I like that you really do pay attention. I couldn't pick out any of these people in a lineup.
Me either.
Carlos? Oh, and what's his name? Ben Shelton, I think, the other guy who beat Tiafoe. He's as dreamy as well.
Why does tennis matter this year?
It's just U.S. Open. I don't know.
I didn't know. I didn't really. Do we always talk about it?
Yeah, it matters every year just because football season's about to start, and they can only talk about Jets camp so much on ESPN.
I'd like to think we talked about the U.S. Open
Maybe we have.
year.
Yeah.
Maybe do we touch on it? Dwell on it. It gets a little
we touch
boring.
on it as much as we're allowed.
Yeah.
I've already had enough.
See, there's a certain part of sports. News isn't kind of this way. I mean, if, like a big thing happens, like a president's kidnapped, something like that.
Sure.
That happened. You're going to have to mention that in the news.
Yeah.
Josh, we did talk about this last year, but there might have been an issue with someone not getting a vaccine and someone in this room calling someone else a fascist a bunch. That might kind of jog your memory a little bit.
But there's a lot of things in sports that are called nuts and bolts. Those are the final scores.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The touchdowns, things like this. Tom doesn't care for those.
They're on the internet.
He looks at me like he's looking at me now when I'm trying to explain.
Everything's on the internet.
We're on the internet.
You guys do your boring show about tennis. I'll go get a straw for my coffee.
All right.
All right. How about this? Let's turn our cameras and concentration onto the real thing that America loves, the National Football League.
Yeah, I kind of don't care about this either.
When does hockey start?
Yeah, hockey starts
Coming up.
Any
soon.
Any week. Yeah, that's always
that has names like the tennis players. You get a lot of ZVXRN.
Yeah, what is up with that, man?
It's those Eastern European fellows.
Yeah, those folks.
The Russian guys.
They hate their vowels.
Tonight, the Lions visit the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL opener. The Lions getting 6.
They changed it to 5 since the Kelsey injury, I heard.
Lions getting 5. And Chris Jones said he's the defensive tackle of Kansas City Chiefs, holding out, wants more money. He said all I want's a raise. He's still not signed, and barring a minor miracle, he will not play tonight against the Lions. And Travis Kelce, who hyperextended his knee, he bent. That means he bent it the way it's not supposed to bend.
No, that hurts.
And caused inflammation. And I'll have more inflammation on this situation. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Kelsey's questionable for tonight, so that's causing people to think, are the Chiefs vulnerable?
He bent it back. He looked like a flamingo. It was rough.
Oh.
I know. That's not the flamingo's knee. That's their ankle.
It's their elbow, isn't it?
And then, it's a flamingo's elbow, actually.
The chick told us yesterday.
The knee is just
I
the elbow.
believe everything chick says. You know
A
that.
knee is the elbow of the leg.
I think every doctor will tell you that.
I think Whitman said that, too. It's quite poetic.
Anyway, the Chiefs are trying to sign their defensive tackle, Chris Jones. And, hey, guess what happened yesterday? The 49ers signed their defensive tackle, had been holding out to the world record contract for a defensive player in the National Football League ever.
Would you say
That's
he's
right.
grabbing that bag?
He grabbed the bag. Nick Bosa D's nuts. The holdout has ended. He gets, let's see, $170 million over 5 seasons, $122.5 guaranteed.
That's incredibly stupid.
Well, I think if you're a fan of the National Football League, I think you're a virgin.
Jeez, no wonder your tickets are how much?
Blasphemy.
$400?
He's grabbing the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to grab the bag.
Grab the bag, caress the bag.
The point is,
lick the bag. What do you how do you like your
easy, big fella?
Roll it around in your palm like yin yang.
He owns the bag.
What's the famous underground tape of allegedly Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, yeah.
Cradle them.
He still had
Are
that
we
mic
back
on.
to that? Allegedly? We're not just used to the fact, yeah, that's him. We have to say allegedly? All right.
And who doesn't like him cradled? He wasn't asking for anything crazy there.
What is it? Don't treat them like they're orphans? Come on, get in there.
Rocky 4 inches.
Now, coming up, we have I'm gonna give
you
a
do something.
little audio teaser, okay?
And we used to have George Bush saying, "Are you ready for some football?" And
I couldn't find that the other day.
we can't find it. This is behind the scenes this morning on the Bob and Tom Show.
What did you play earlier?
We're in a tizzy. Well, this is
have you
Jerry
tried
Ford.
going on the internet?
This is Jerry Ford.
My fellow Americans,
We have it here.
national
You're
nightmare
just a jerk. You know
is
that?
over.
No, just see, I
You're just
give
a
you.
jerk. We have it in our system, is what I mean when I say we have it. We
Well,
don't
if
have
you'd
to go.
gotten here 10 minutes earlier, you could probably could have gone on the internet and just typed in George Bush, you ready for some football?
I'm trying to be fun. He's sucking.
What
it
is
out of
okay?
me.
What's this sound?
Sucking the
You've
balls.
been back one day.
Oh yeah, this is better. Let's do this. Whatever we were doing.
What the hell is this?
That's
God, I hate you.
That's the teaser.
Oh,
And teaser is not a noun unless you're betting. So go ahead.
That's a tease as to something that's coming up that's fun.
No.
Now, speaking of fun,
I got $50 that says it's not fun.
Chick, you might be right.
I'll take you up on that. I tell you what is fun. It's the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em, where you get to win the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Week 1 starts at kickoff tonight. So before then, you give yourself a little bit of a buffer. Get those picks in today.
Don't listen to him. All the rules are online. Whatever he's talking.
Well, if you want
You should have been in the meeting yesterday when they were trying to explain this. I go, please, no, just go online.
I'm just making it easy for people. Go to bobandtom.com.
He really thinks that. He thinks that he's making it easy right now.
All right.
Bob and Tom / contest?
There you go. That's all you need.
What have you got?
What now? Here you go. Now, yesterday, Willie, you might have missed this story. A Florida man was attempting to cross the Atlantic Ocean. His dream was he was going to run from Tybee Island, Georgia to London, England.
Yeah. Listen, we should take every dollar that we're sending to Ukraine and send it to this guy to help him out because we need to get this done.
We kind of like this guy. Yeah. Or at least Chick and I did.
Hence,
I don't remember
the
Christy
Florida
was.
man, we're going to back up on us liking him. A Florida man attempting to cross the Atlantic Ocean in that giant hamster wheel-looking contraption. He is in custody now after a bomb threat.
Yeah, but what did he threaten to blow up? Water.
Mr. Reza Bellucci rescued 70 miles off the Georgia coast. Authorities call it a rescue. He calls it harshing my buzz.
That's exactly right.
He was well on his way to London, England.
Some might say minding his own business.
70 miles out there.
70 miles.
Yes, just before the arrival, by the way, of Hurricane Idalia.
Oh, that would have only got him there faster.
Yes.
or turned him the other way.
Or drowned him.
Straight down.
If you're in a hamster wheel on the ocean, if you hit a hurricane, that's just like one of those speed boosts in Mario Kart. That's just
Yeah, and there's Hurricane Lee coming its way. But does he had to have made this himself, correct?
It looks self-made.
It looks like two roulette wheels stuck together.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
But it's big enough that he can, obviously he's standing up in the middle of it.
Running, yeah.
It looks more impressive than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it looks like he's,
And I want to say this is the 4th time he's tried this.
Let him go. Stop spending money on this guy.
Well, but the thing is, they didn't want to have to eventually go rescue him in deeper water.
That's the thing, though. You go, sir, we're never rescuing you, all right?
Just make this clear.
Yes.
U.S. Coast Guard officers determined, quote, Mr. Bellucci was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage.
Let him.
Officials spent 3 days trying to get him on board a Coast Guard vessel. They spent 3 days. Manpower. They're out there, and all the Coast Guarders.
The men and women brave enough for the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
They're dealing with this a-hole.
Hey, come on, man. Get on the boat.
The 51-year-old allegedly threatened through screaming, I would guess, I'm going to kill myself and blow myself up if you don't leave me alone. Yeah.
But I think someone made the point. What's he going to blow up? Atlantis?
Yeah.
He's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
On the 3rd day, Bellucci finally admitted he didn't have a bomb. I was just kidding around, fellas.
How was that? Was that a good one?
Wonder how many of these wheels he made didn't work.
He faces federal charges now of obstruction.
He's working on a submarine to go visit the Titanic.
And by the way,
Yeah.
Bellucci has attempted similar trips in 2014, 2016, and 2021, all of which were thwarted by authorities.
Exactly. So he could have gotten this completed in the first time, but they stepped in, nosed their ways.
Where does he keep his food and stuff? I mean, I assume it's all wouldn't it be spinning around as he is?
Yeah.
Well,
so he just has salads mostly.
Another shake.
Let's see. I'll have a salad for lunch and a shake.
When we come back, Pat, it's my understanding you've been working on a song about this guy?
I have 2 songs for this. I love this story.
You love this story.
It's great. I love this guy. He should be our new president.
Okay, well, we'll come back to it then with a little bit of music. But first, Chick McGee will be watching tennis at home today.
Yes, I will be, possibly. In the comfort of my SimplySafe compound, fall is almost here. Kids at school, spare time filled with practices, other activities. Your home, your compound may be sitting empty and vulnerable more so this time of year. That's where SimplySafe Home Security comes in with their revolutionary home monitoring innovation. They call it 24/7 Live Guard Protection. It's designed to help stop crime in real time. If an intruder breaks into your home, SimplySafe professional monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through SimplySafe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, stopping them in their tracks. 24/7 Live Guard Protection made possible by the new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, available with First Protect monitoring plan. It's the only indoor security camera that can trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren. And, of course, you can install it your way with SimplySafe and do it yourself, or in about an expert from SimplySafe can come and set it up for you. It takes about 30 minutes if you'd like to try and do it yourself. Let's put it this way. I've done it, so you can probably do it. Either way, it's very easy to protect your home. And for a limited time, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Visit SimplySafeTom.com. That's SimplySafeTom.com. Remember, there's no safe like SimplySafe.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Coming up, music about a guy in a giant hamster wheel crossing the ocean.
Yep.
Oh, well, good. I want to hear it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. BobandTom@Bob.
The airport has got like magical powers. The airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad and somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. You know, like, can you watch my back and my kid? Name 8 Jackson, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask like where's 32 after 31 because they might not let you take the car. Eventually, I went and asked. I was like, "Hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget." And she goes, "Oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car. So just take that." I should have just taking the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover or rugby. And then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about? Like, the Olympics are my favorite 4 years because they give that stat every 4 years about how many condoms they hand out at Olympic Village. This year, we gave away 618,000 condoms at Olympic Village, and every time I hear that stat, I'm like, why? Those are our best people. We told that kid would be perfect. It'd be good on the land and the sea. It'd be like a first human Range Rover. What are we... How about we start handing out condoms at Storage Wars meet and greets? A basketball fan, and they said, like, if everything works out perfectly in the next 3 years, LeBron James and his son will be in the NBA at the same time. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But then I did a little math of my own, and I figured out that in 6.5 years, me and my daughter's student loans are going to overlap.
Now, Rodney's got a record out there on Capitol Records.
Yes.
Can't miss it.
It's called Morning Wood.
Morning
We're
Wood.
just kind of sticking with the theme. It's Hanging with Rodney, Morning Wood, and then Nutsack. Just kind of working our way down
the trilogy.
It dawned on me this morning how
Yep.
I've made a living for 13 years talking about everything underneath my belt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, what the hell?
I'm glad you said hell.
Yeah. I apologize.
That's all right.
Rodney, we got plenty of time. Do you want to work another one in here?
Yeah, here's one right here. This one's called, I think, you guys, is that the one we're talking about? Okay. You guys want to play the intro? I don't want to. They get a little irritated when I don't let them play the intro. They don't really like the way I do it. Let's just go right to the words.
Go ahead.
I remember way back when I was just a boy going places with my mom and dad. It used to scare me to death how Mama used to act after 6 or 7 beers she's had. We were sitting at a table when Mama got disabled, all the liquor running through her head. Soon I got to joking, Daddy wasn't joking when he grabbed me by the arm and said, "Don't look now, your mama's got her boobs out showing everybody in town." Faces turning red, we were wishing we were dead, there were people standing all around. Mama gets to drinking, there ain't much thinking, there's nothing anybody can do. Just to hope and pray there never comes a day when my mama's out of drinking with you. Well, we got her in the truck and we started driving home, and Mama said she had to go. Daddy pulled it over, we were standing on his shoulder while Mom was putting on a show. And he started up a truck, Mama stood up with her pants still around her knees. When we heard Mama holler, "If you give me $1, well, I'll let you take a peek at these." Don't look now, your mama's got her boobs out showing everybody in town. Yeah. Faces turning red, we were wishing we were dead.
Put the F in professional.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump?
I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
We have Doug Moreland on the line. Doug, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Christy.
Doug.
Okay, your dog's name is Holly, I understand.
Holly. Short for jalapeno.
Can we hear her sing? Is that?
Yeah, just It's called I Taught My Dog to Say I Love You, and she means it.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
I taught my dog to say I love you. I love you. I love you.
Is there anything
It's early.
sweeter on the face of the earth?
She means it.
Yes. You're a good girl.
I love you. Come on for the Bob and Tom Show.
Uh-oh.
I taught my dog to
Jeez.
Okay.
Are you sure you're not squeezing that dog?
First of all, our guest in the studio, comedian Evan Davis. But you live in L.A., so you got to have a car.
You got to have something big. I don't think that's right, man. Housewives driving expeditions. I don't think you should be able to. You should be allowed to drive something that big unless you're really going on an expedition. Like if you're picking up See's candy in a shower curtain, that's not an expedition.
No,
that's an errand.
Yeah,
you should have to take the Ford back in a second. I think they should have eye tests at the optometrist for like drivers. Like instead of reading letters off a card, they should have you cover one eye. It's like, is that a roof rack or a cop car?
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh yeah.
So we look forward to seeing Pat.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
That's right. A little something to say about that. Steven Singer Jewelers proving how worthless lab-grown diamonds are by giving away a free 1-carat lab diamond with every engagement ring purchase. As I said, purchase necessary while supplies last. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com for more details.
Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Once again, the Pigskin Pick'em starts tonight, so get your entries in today for that big green egg mini max and a shot at being on the Chick McGee. This is very exciting. You get to be in the shoe-in of the week.
Now you're talking.
Now, the first shoe-in of the week will be just Chick solo. Is that correct?
That's right. That's today sometime.
Now, do you think maybe Willie should pick against you since we don't have a guest?
I don't think there's any need for that. We've always done it this way. We don't need to
shake it up, make something new. How about Willie and Ace each get to make a couple picks?
How about this? How about we're having a fun time and you want to piss all over it? How about that?
All right, well,
is that what you're trying to do?
What we're going to do is we're going to talk to Mr. Pat Godwin in the next room.
Oh.
Patty G, we have this news story about the guy in the giant hamster wheel trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean. After 3 days, the Coast Guard finally got the guy to, as you say, come on board. He was arrested for making a bomb threat, among other things.
How is he going to eat?
Who knows?
I mean, that's a long way.
Yeah. Take a box of Go-Gurts, you're fine.
Right around $4 grand from Tybee Island to London, England.
And Josh, I'd imagine there's like a little gate under his foot with a little storage area, but that thing also spins around. Yeah. So all the Go-Gurt is all centrifuged to one side.
Yeah, it's a huge contraption this guy made. It's quite colorful and kind of fun looking. But I'm not sure he could have made it all the way across the ocean, and the Coast Guard was convinced he could not.
I don't think he could have.
Oh, he would have done.
Oh, yeah, he'd be dead.
But
problem solved.
Yes.
It looks like a giant floating hamster wheel.
They should just call the Coast Guard the weekend ruiners, man. There's just people out there trying to have fun, be creative, explore the world, and the Coast Guard has to come be responsible.
I was actually looking at a Coast Guard flag, and it said 1790. It was when it was established.
They took a little break?
And I was like, it only took 14 years for them to go, we need some folks out there on the ocean. there's some troublemakers out there.
Back then, they still had those flamingos, the inflatable flamingos you bring to the beach.
Yeah.
So, Pat, you have a song about the hamster wheel guy?
This is a joyful story. This guy just can't be stopped. He's tried this before,
Yeah.
On the wheel again. Out on the ocean, on the wheel again. I'm going to make it on my 4th attempt. Look at me, I'm on the wheel again.
Look at me.
Whee! On the wheel again. I'm going to England because I've never been. In a huge hamster wheel that rolls from end to end. Whee! Look at me. I'm on the wheel again. On the wheel again. With the Coast Guard right behind me on the ocean. They want my trip to end. Told them I had a bomb and I'm not stopping my forward motion. And I brought suntan lotion. I'm in jail again. Just can't wait to get out of jail again. Maybe I need to find a girlfriend. Nah, when I get out, I'm on the wheel again. Yeehaw!
All right. This would be kind of fun. This you could sort of see this as sort of something at a beach where you want to you pay $50 and get on the thing for 20 minutes.
Get in the wheel.
Get in the wheel. But I don't know. How do you steer the thing?
That's a great question. I guess by just leaning one way or another.
I don't know. Maybe it has a rudder. I don't know how, but wouldn't the rudder keep coming out of the water?
I like to think at some point there were two sharks, and as this guy passed over, the one just nudged the other. Look at this guy.
I just let him go.
Man, we've been here 100 million years. That's the weirdest thing I've seen.
But you check this out. It's a very, very funny looking wheel. But now, Pat, you said you had another song about the guy?
Oh, I love this story, yeah. Do you want to do it now or you want to wait?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, sure. Okay. Oh. All right, here we go.
A 2 for Thursday. Oh.
Headed to London in a hurricane, off the coast of Georgia in the pouring rain. I got this idea from my pet hamster. I made a big wheel like the one in his cage, wider at the buoys. Yeah, it looks pretty strange, but in a week or so, I'll be talking to the King of England. Crossing the ocean in a hamster wheel. Sun on my face, love the way it feels. Coast Guard, try and stop me. I got a bomb on board and other stuff. They soon realize that was a bluff. Coast Guard, stop me. But I'll be on the wheel again.
Thank you very much. Patty G. Oh, by the way, Pat is going to be part of a big show.
What?
It's going to be Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, Jeff Oskey, Willie Griswold at the North Star Mohican Casino Resort in Bowler, Wisconsin, the evening of Friday, November 17th.
I think I'm going to be there too. I think. I'm just going to hang out.
I'm not sure yet, but we're doing our show that morning from the North Star Casino Resort.
I don't want to be left out.
You know what we can do up there? Spotted Cow is my favorite beer. The company that makes that New Glarus has this like apple cider thing. And I'll take half of that, and then I'll take half a shot of peanut butter whiskey, and then I drop it in there. You bomb it. You drink it. It's like a peanut butter and jelly in your mouth.
Well, I'm definitely there now.
Oh, yes. Am I correct in saying, Josh Arnold, your favorite food is peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
And what kind of jelly typically?
Grape.
Grape. Oh, nice. Preserves or?
No, just your basic Smuckers.
Jelly or jam?
Basic.
Jelly.
Do you know the difference? Do you know the difference between jam and jelly?
You can't jelly this joke down our throats?
That's good. That's very good.
I was going to do something about Josh's anus. Come on.
Hey, look what we found.
Only
just real quick, the tickets for that show go on sale tomorrow. And the morning show is free if you want to come watch. That'll be that morning.
We should
at the
charge.
North Star Mohican Casino Resort. Coming up once again Friday, November 17th. When we come back, what do you have?
I'm available for tips if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll pass around the
Yeah,
hat.
we'll pass the hat.
Can we do that like we're church?
Absolutely.
Get those big long baskets. Remember those?
Give till it hurts, ladies and gentlemen.
They used to pass hats around in church. That's why the Pope's hat's so big. More money. That's what they used to do.
It's so funny. I don't even want to laugh. It's great.
Have you ever seen one of those motorcycle helmets made out of a Pope hat?
Well, they have to turn it. They have to turn it so they don't.
Yeah.
It cuts the wind better. But.
Very impractical. But the Harley logo fits.
Eldar Conehead had kind of a his motorcycle
Yes, he did.
hat was.
We'll play this more when we come back.
Are you ready for some football?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, a little research. Thank you. Be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob.
A truck driver distracted by a
Andrew
GPS
Johnson
unit crashed near the intersection of US 278 at Arkansas Highway 24 early Monday, spilling a truckload of spaghetti sauce. Camden Police Sergeant Corey Saunders said the spaghetti sauce truck was headed to Dallas about 3 a.m. when the driver became distracted, overcorrected, and rolled over after crossing the center line of the highway. The driver suffered minor injuries, but there was sauce all over the road.
Oh, dear God, 2,000 quarts of blood. This is the worst accident I've ever seen. Stand back, there's blood everywhere. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. They just mopped it up with a bunch of garlic.
Oh, isn't that the best?
Yes, it is.
God, I'd rather have that than the spaghetti noodles, just the sauce and the bread.
What's wrong with you? How dare you put pasta down?
I can't eat a whole Kit Kat bar. I can't eat spaghetti noodles. They
I
go right to
can,
my hip.
but I like the bread part.
Better than the pasta?
Yes.
No, the bread's lovely and the pasta's great too.
Here's what Tom's doing, telling you what you like.
Of course he is.
Okay.
I'm
You
used
know
to
you
that.
like the pasta.
Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
Can we have an intro for this feature?
We need something like boop, boop, boop,
Or just playing Baby Elephant Walk.
and now
Josh Arnold shares one of the fattest things he's ever done.
And broken toilet seat doesn't count.
No, this is fatter. This is fatter than telling the guys on the phone when you order Chinese takeout that you need 4 sets of silverware when it's just you.
No, it was faking that there was somebody else with. What's that, honey? 2 orders of crab rangoon.
Okay.
If you say so.
You took my breath away from the moment I first saw you. Will you marry me, Dolly?
She said yes! She said yes!
It's not a real person.
It's not a real diamond. Real, natural, earthborn diamond. For your real love. From a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers.
A Slovenian so-called artist was fertilized by her dog for an award-winning art project.
Oh.
It's part of a...
You know something?
Didn't you know he would react this way?
Could we have
Yes.
people licensed if they want to use the name artist?
As part of a greater...
Like if you're a pilot, you
Yes.
got to have a license to be a pilot.
Anything is art if we name it as such. That's...
And these things always involve some kinky sex or fecal material.
As part of a greater series that celebrates the bond between humans and dogs, Maya Smerkar had her eggs artificially fertilized by non-reproductive, which means not sperm cells, from her Scottish border collie named Byron.
Don't even say her name again. I don't want this woman to get any publicity.
According to the Arts Electronica website, the result is a hybrid cell inherent in which is a dystopian scenario, but which would create a new species
This is such
whose
crap.
chances of survival on planet Earth are better than ours.
Not at all.
Not utopia. Dystopia.
Yeah.
Dystopia.
Instead of artist, could you just
Dystopian.
put weirdo?
Yes. Psychotic.
So this is just
The process she used was not fully explained.
This only exists for the writing about it, and it's so there's no actual embryo.
No, because it was a non-reproductive cell, not a sperm cell.
Even if it were reproductive, nothing would happen.
Right. The artist also reportedly breastfed an Icelandic sheepdog named Ada.
Of course you did.
After going on a special lactation-enhancing diet for the project.
Breastfed a dog.
So she's trying to make like a friend.
Sunshine!
Bob and Tom Radio.
Can you tell us about Hawaii? I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where's that going to go? And obviously to a pineapple farm. Yeah, what is that? And I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the Ni-I-I-I-Pu'u lo O-O-K-A-Uti. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I'm like, I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
And
Fascinating.
they have 2 airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hilly Willy Puli, and then they call the other one Willy Willy Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hilly Willy Puli, not Willy Willy Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hilly Willy Puli, Willy Willy Pali. I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. Is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big beautiful bird? Well, I. Yeah, that's good. That's the I.
This is Jimmy Pardo. You are listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know. See,
I'm a grandpa.
This is how this
Are
works.
you?
Yep.
She's been married 27 years and still a virgin, Tom.
Yes.
28,
Well, you know, I
28.
have a lot of grandkids. My daughter keeps having babies, has one almost every year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she called me the other day. She goes, Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant again. There must be something in the air. I'm like, yeah, your legs.
But seriously.
Hello?
Bang!
Hello?
Zing! I'm getting her fixed.
Tony Edwards is here with us.
I got this one T-shirt. It says, it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. I feel kind of bad when I wear it because it leaves a lot of people left out. See, I think everyone should have their own T-shirt so everyone can feel the same kind of pride. Like maybe, it's a Japanese thing you wouldn't understand because you're lazy and stupid. It's it's an Amish thing. I made this shirt. It's a Republican thing. Give me $1 and I'll explain it to you. Oh, wait. Equal time. It's a Democratic thing. Give me $1. Understand, wouldn't you? Thing dyslexic. It's. Everyone, it's a blonde thing. I don't understand.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
This weekend.
Man, those protein bars are good. Oh, hey, hi, how are you? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Man, great songs today, Pat.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Home runs, baby.
Take the rest of the day off, Pat.
Nothing but home runs, baby.
Pat, those were very nice.
Thank you.
And I think
what I said.
Tuesday morning, I mean, that was just a home run after home run.
What about Monday, man?
Well,
I killed it on Monday.
Now, correct me
you
if
guys
I'm
weren't
wrong.
here, but I killed it.
But Tuesday, there was something different about the room, wasn't there? Wasn't there?
Yeah, something was missing.
Unbelievably.
Yeah, it was so much less hostile.
Yeah.
Black hole.
Well, don't call it that. I have a technical question.
That's Willie Griswold.
Chick doesn't make the room hostile. It's you plus Chick makes the room hostile. You guys are just a bad combo.
Will you tell your kid to shut up?
Some things are great, just not together,
I have something sweet I want to talk about.
We're like peanut butter and sardines.
Josh is here, too.
Hi, Josh. Hey, man. There's Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Here's Tom with something.
I got up this morning. It's kind of pitch black and everything, and I almost killed myself because
maybe tomorrow.
Because
you ever find this when you wake up? It's really dark. Has that ever happened to you?
Do you realize how dramatic you are? It was dark. I almost killed myself.
It's 2:30 in the morning or whatever. My 7-year-old daughter had decided to sleep in the what do they call it now? The primary bedroom. In other words, where I was asleep.
Yeah.
She has a dog bed. I'm not kidding. That she hauled down the stairs and put in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So she's on the floor asleep. It's very sweet, but you've got to remember there's a dog bed between you and the bathroom door. Oh. But it got me thinking.
Trip over?
Yeah, but like I said, I almost killed myself. When you were a kid, did you ever do that thing where you'd set up a camp in the living room? Or it was always fun to sleep somewhere else.
Absolutely. It sure was. It was awesome.
Hang on. Time out. Christy and I know for a fact, and maybe you've told your son this, one of your dreams come true when you were a kid. You would set up a fort or like a bed in a cot in the living room.
Absolutely.
Yes, all the time.
We had a canvas cot with those sticks. You put it together, and it was the canvas was so tight as you were trying to get the one thing into the notch. If you did it wrong, you'd slice your thumb off.
Oh.
It was the best.
And then your mom would make you fake TV dinners. It was a life.
But it's fun.
Did your dad tell you that story, Willie?
What story?
Your grandmother didn't want him to have food from TV dinners, but Tom, your father wanted food.
TV dinners, like
served like in a TV dinner.
Us poor people.
So she bought segmented trays.
Oh yeah,
and would cook food
and put aluminum foil
over. Here, Tommy. Here's your here, baby. Here's your food.
Yeah, he told me about this story over one of our famous 3-minute dinners over the sink eating spaghetti with my other brother.
There it is.
Yeah, and again, I had an idea years ago. It's since been taken, but I wanted to start a special restaurant for divorced guys.
This is a great idea.
Where it was, you'd stand up. It would be just like you walk in, there'd be this huge row of sinks. And you would just stand there eating. And you could have come, Willie, instead of maybe get the sink across from me if it's not too crowded. But you didn't never camp out. You never camped out in your living room or in the backyard.
Of course, yeah.
No, because
take blankets and make a fort, move furniture around.
Yes.
For the purposes of this broadcast, I didn't do that because. How shall I put this? The living room was where the fun was. So I stayed in my room, okay?
You could have used one of those stand-up ashtrays to hold your tent.
You know, the big event in my life as a kid, I got an $88 black and white television set. I saved up my money and for my room, and I put it in my room, and I built out of 2 old end tables. I cut them in half and hooked some sort of bracket up on the wall so you could set your TV up there in that.
That's awesome.
And I took 2 radios apart and took the speakers out of them and made headphones.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I would listen to the TV in my room.
You're the MacGyver of a terrible childhood.
Well, I wouldn't say terrible. I'd say terrible. Yeah, you're right.
Challenging.
Yes, difficult.
But man, that's great.
Well, that's how you coped. That's exactly how.
Back in the day when they had the DVDs that would fold down in the back of your car, the kids would go out in the garage and you'd turn the car on, just on, the ACC or whatever, and they would sleep in the back of the car, in the back of the Pilot, and watch movies.
But
that
carbon monoxide makes you really rest,
It's not the car. You don't turn the car on. Yeah. You just turn the accessories on, you tool.
Sorry.
Yeah. Headache.
Did you make forts when you were a kid, Josh?
Yeah, man.
Heck
We
yeah.
always did. My brother. And then we would also camp in the backyard. We would get the tent out and camp in the backyard.
Started to rain. Would you go inside?
No, I think we roughed it. Yeah, I think we were fine. We
kidding?
We had that extra sheet that goes over the tent or whatever, and the rain flows on the.
Oh, nice, very good.
I remember camping out in the backyard, but it was only because of the next door neighbor, who was my age. We were friends, and he wanted to camp out.
Yeah,
I didn't ever care for that.
Because you were away from your TV and your
I was away
homemade
from
headphones.
my house.
I loved it because we didn't have somebody to tell us to go to bed. Really,
right?
We could stay up kind of later, and it was fun.
Okay, cool. Well, just a little memory about being a kid. Let's get back to the sports desk with Chick McGee.
Well, let's see what this is. Oh, that's right.
Stupid world record.
Well, you know what? Let's put that on hold here.
Okay.
Let me tell you about this. Netflix documentary series Quarterbacks will be returning for a second season.
Hell yeah.
Their only sticking point is that the Peyton Manning and his production company, Omaha, they're having trouble finding quarterbacks who want to participate in the show. So far, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Jimmy Garoppolo, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, Sam Howell, Sammy, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford have all told Peyton Manning thanks, but no thanks.
Go crap in a hat.
According to The Hollywood Reporter, Manning said the deadline for finding suitable subjects for the show is approaching very soon. This is Peyton's quote. The deadline is approaching very soon. To use a cheesy analogy, we're definitely in the 2-minute drill here. Then Peyton said, I had 3 starting quarterbacks tell me no yesterday, so I'm swallowing my pride. Then Peyton added, I think maybe some guys are thinking that it's going to be a distraction. Even though I told a couple of them, I guarantee you'll win the Super Bowl, just like Mahomes, if you do the quarterback series. Peyton, though, admitted that, yes, if you're thinking this, here's the answer to that question. Had Peyton been approached to do a show like this when he was playing, he honestly said, yeah, I probably would have turned it down as well. But Peyton then said, if a quarterback that I respected told me, hey, trust me, we're going to do right by you, you're not going to regret it, we're going to cut anything out you don't want, you won't even know we're there, then I probably would have said, yeah, I might as well do it.
And if you've seen it, the show's great.
Kirk Cousins is America's sweetheart after the quarterback series.
Why don't they call it backs? And then they could do cornerbacks, they could do defensive backs.
If they did cornerbacks, no one would ever watch. The guy's parents wouldn't watch.
You don't know that.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Okay.
She's not that far off. There's a good idea in there somewhere.
It opens up your pool
a season in the life of an NFL player.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't have to be a quarterback.
That could be, maybe.
Shine some light on some of these other guys that don't get all the attention.
He's a holder.
Or Cameron Cheeseman, the long snapper for the Washington Commanders. I'd like to see how he goes through a practice. Bending over there with his ass in the air, snapping the ball back to the punter.
Ever get a mild erection when he starts rubbing you right there in the crack?
I have some feelings. No, No, the snapper wouldn't be rubbing me. Never mind. Back to this.
Well, the quarterback. Oh, sorry.
Former professional basketball player has broken the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute. I don't know why Steph Curry hasn't tried this, but Jason Pryor beat the previous record of 31 three-pointers in 1 minute. He shot 33.
Wow.
In 60 seconds. So that's 2 more. Pryor also became the first person to be awarded the record for the most basketball three-pointers in 30 seconds with a total of 18.
Okay.
Pryor also holds the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute with a single ball with 12.
All right.
Well, that seems to me like that would be a lot of onus, if you will, on the guy rebounding the basketball.
Yeah, there's pressure there.
To get it
Does he have a
back.
buddy rebounding?
Yeah,
he must have.
Yeah, that's my question. Does he?
Pryor also holds the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute with a single ball. Did I just say this at 12? A title he shares with Anthony Miracola.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool record, though. Be a lot tougher if he were being guarded.
Well,
It
yeah.
would be.
Well, you
See, now I'm sitting here, I'm trying to keep the room a little bit more positive.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm trying not to attack your dumbass, but it's really...
Have you ever seen this guy's? They showed his apartment. It's full of giant animals from every fair he's ever been to. He's really good.
Apparently.
Do you think that hoop at the fair is juiced somehow?
Yeah, I think it's a double hoop, so it's like a double rim, and it's also a little bit smaller.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it might
Just
be,
a tick smaller.
I think it's higher than 10 feet. I think it might be 12 as well.
I think some of them, the hoop is a little smaller than the ball.
Or do they have a special ball that they use?
Oh, that they can use
right,
to
Then they give you the
demonstrate?
real one?
Yeah.
If the person that hands you the basketball is also holding a cigarette, you can assume it's not NBA regulation rules.
And I don't blame them. From what I remember, I worked a state fair for like 2 weeks when I was working for Rawlings, and I talked to a bunch of people who did those. The games people said, they claimed that the prizes come out of their money. So, like, if every prize they have to give away, like, they have to pay for it.
Are you serious?
Like, yes.
Which monocled man is managing this fair?
No kidding.
You don't get your money unless you earn it there, little boy.
Yeah.
Then what's your incentive to get people to play your game?
Exactly that.
Right.
To get the more people you get to play, the more money that comes, the more people lose is the idea.
Oh,
So the
okay.
more money that comes in.
When I was a little kid, I thought that I weighed a lot more than I looked like because I was like kind of a chubby kid, you know, and they had the guess the weight game. And I was like in front of all my friends. I was like, this is going to be hilarious. He's going to say I'm 90 pounds. I'm really 130. I'm going to make a bunch of money. And then in front of all my friends, he just guessed my exact weight. And then I had to get on the scale in front of the whole fair to tell everybody I was a fat kid. Man, that imprints.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Do they
carry that around?
Are they still doing that one, or did that?
I doubt it.
I've never seen one get run wrong.
And how do they do that?
I don't know.
Maybe you're standing. Maybe
That could be.
Maybe there's a
where
thing
you
on the
stand.
pavement, and there's a guy in back with a radio. She's 240.
You know
Yeah.
what? That might be, actually.
I have no idea.
Are you saying
I've never actually done it.
they have a scale hidden underneath
Yeah,
the waiting
they
area?
could.
Is that what
Just curious.
They could.
Buried in the ground.
You're both insane.
They're not.
Well, how does a
Not
guy
a
know?
traveling circus.
Right.
You know what it takes to
Hey, is
bury
the
a
concrete
scale?
done? Yeah.
You could put it under a mat, and there could be a mat on the ground where you stand.
How
and
far
wait.
are we from an
Put
app?
you under a mat.
How far are we with a mat on an iPhone where you can hold it up to somebody that tells you their exact height and weight?
Oh, sure.
Probably not far.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you're
if
right.
it's not already out there, it's probably
Have you seen
coming.
the one where you can focus on a plant and it'll tell you what it is?
Yeah.
Man, I love that.
That's a great app.
What kind of tree is this? Bink. Oh, it's a spruce. All right.
Do they have one for porno, Josh?
What do you mean?
You could like show it.
You mean Shazam for porno?
Yeah, you just.
Oh, like who's this actress? That's a good idea.
I was joking. You think it's a good idea?
Sure.
Now, would it have to be the entire body or just the genitalia? Oh, look, that's what's the guy's name? Lexington Steel.
Yeah. You don't need an app to recognize old Lexington Steel.
Is that or a pole vault? Let's move forward. What's coming up in sports?
Another world record. and I've decided not to do the Tom Brady story. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. It is confusing out there. Your brain won't stop talking to you sometimes. Your thoughts are racing before bed. You can't get to sleep. Maybe it's time for a little bit of therapy. And it turns out a great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk through them with a therapist. And this is where BetterHelp comes in. It's capturing contemporary technology and making use of it. What I'm talking about is you get hooked up with a proper therapist online. And first of all, you fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And then the therapy itself is done online. So it can be as if you run the phone. It could be like a Zoom thing, or it could be texting back and forth. Whatever works for you. It's all about convenience, and it's all done online. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show today to get 10% off that first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show to get on your way to being your best self. And the Bob and Tom Show brought to you by BetterHelp. It's great to be here, and I want to remind you that today is important because it's the beginning of the Pigskin Pick'em. So make sure to go to bobandtom.com/contest. Your shot at winning the Big Green Egg Mini Max. And there's also a shot at $50,000. Get those entries in today. Just pick the winners. No point spread to worry about. Have some fun with it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
Once again, Clayton Anderson, this is called
In the Dark.
Okay, great. Go for it.
All right. My baby's got a little secret. She knows I know how to keep it. Ain't trying to tell nobody. She likes it a little bit naughty. She don't mind giving up those kisses. That ain't nobody's business. She's down anytime as long as I keep it in the dark. With her lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. She only lets me love her in the dark. Yeah, she only lets me love her in the dark. Might sound scandalous, but that's how I handle it. 'Cause I know she's mine on mine, just as long as I keep it in the dark. With the lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. Hey! This is Pat's solo time right here.
This is me on the guitar, thank you.
So I don't even know. Every guy wanna take her home. That ain't what's going on. No, no, no. She's right here by my side. Going home with me tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She likes to keep it in the dark. With the lights down low. Nothing but her high heels. Talking about a smoke show. She got my number. We keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark. With the lights down low, nothing but her high heels, talking about a smoke show. She got my number, we keep it undercover. She only lets me love her in the dark.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
How good is that?
Sitting back down to Bedford.
Clayton Anderson, that's great.
That's a hit.
Really cool.
Yes.
That song is a hit.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
something like, and Harvard's quarterback has dropped behind the line again for loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. Yeah, he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose McCauley. Moose is a sixth-year redshirt freshman, majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's a nice shot in the stands of his wife and 5 kids. Yeah. He drives a Lexus.
Hey, everybody. This is Todd Snyder, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Tommy and I actually met in Ireland at the Cat Laughs Festival.
Really?
We've known each other for a very
some
long
time, huh?
Yes.
Back in the day.
Do you go to Ireland a lot?
I do. Well, my family is actually from Kilkenny, and then they happened to put a festival right in the town, which was highly convenient for me to still go back and visit my...
You actually see relatives.
I do. But, like, the last time I went, my brother and I got there... My brother and sister went with me, and we went out drinking. We weren't drunk, but we had drank a lot of Guinness, and for whatever reason, I kept seeing a lot of dwarves. Like...
I'm glad you weren't drunk.
Yeah. And I said to my aunt who lives in the town, I said, hey, is there an inordinate amount of dwarves in this town? And she goes, well, Kathleen, I suppose it would depend on your definition of inordinate. I was like, wow, 38? I don't know a lot. And she's like, well, there's the leprechaun. Well, I'm like, that's where this whole leprechaun thing got started. People just got hammered in the bar and went, he was magical and he disappeared. No, that was Dave, and he's a dwarf, and he went home. That's all. Paid his tab, walked out for the night, didn't even do a card trick. Nothing. Just went home.
The man in the studio with us is comedian Greg Hahn. You ever driven in a Corvette? What do you?
I'm a little bit tall for the vet.
Are you really?
It's a big car.
Yeah.
Put the seat back.
There's an idea.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". Yeah. I got a huge SUV. I just look at the rear view thinking I got to get some friends. Rows and rows of seats, nobody in them. I just go from gas station to gas station.
Hey, want to ride?
Yeah.
Tell them about your 3-point plan for success, Greg.
What is that? Where I bought the car is too expensive?
Right.
My house is too expensive?
Right.
Knock up a fat girl. How about it?
Yes, sir. Mr.
Check me out.
Success. That's Greg Hahn.
Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Willie Griswold. Hey. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. We have coming up a little bit of Al Jackson. Our good friend Al Jackson will be talking to Al, comedian Al Jackson. Tomorrow on the show, Ms. Pat. The return of Ms. Pat. She's got a couple of TV shows out there, including her new show in which she is a judge. We'll find out about that from Ms. Pat in person coming up tomorrow morning. Right now, we return to the sports page.
Okay, let's do this. Delta Airlines says it's bringing Tom Brady on board as a long-term strategic advisor.
What's he know about airlines?
That's what I thought. Other than he's flown them and he likes Delta, evidently.
I think it's about...
Here we go.
Well, he's got a lot of experience owning the jets.
Yeah, there you go. You think you really... Never, I shouldn't even say this out loud. He doesn't fly private?
I'm sure he does. How dare you say that out loud?
Yeah, I mean, it's about strategy and self-help and who knows.
All
the
right.
guy's been incredibly successful and he can maybe help folks in the corporation. I'm not sure. Yesterday's big airline news was some guy had diarrhea and they had to turn a plane back.
Did you finally see the pictures from that?
It's awful.
It's awful. It's awful.
He had when it says he had diarrhea throughout the plane.
Yes.
He had diarrhea throughout the plane.
Yeah, he must have been sitting in the front or in the back and tried to get to the opposite end of the plane to get to the bathroom.
So is it just all the way down the aisle?
Yep.
But not on like the walls or whatever.
He's not a not like he's a hippopotamus.
He wasn't spinning.
It looked like he was spinning in a part of the plane. Yeah.
It was absolutely brutal.
Anyway, the airline said Brady will play a role in marketing and help the Atlanta-based airline develop training and teamwork tools for its more than 90,000 employees. Brady will also... he said that NFL teammates flew on Delta, and many times, even celebrating Super Bowl wins on the plane. and has loved and respected the airline for years. Did you know that Tom Brady's mom was a flight attendant?
I did not.
I did not either.
Oh.
And now that they've hired Brady, all carry-ons will now cost $40.
Well, we have to pay.
We have to pay Tom Brady. Yeah.
What do you want?
I know he doesn't start doing sports broadcasting until next season. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
His ex-wife has a book coming out. Did you see that? Nourish.
My life being observed and loved.
It's a cookbook, actually.
Well, it first started that I knew I could walk in a straight line. People love it. Thank you. That's my jizzy voice. How do you like that?
Well, that's the former Mrs. Brady.
Giselle. Was she Giselle
Luncheon?
Brady? Was that at the bank? Was she Giselle Brady, or did she keep bunching? Or
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bunching.
I bet she kept
She was
bunching.
famous before, so you'd think she'd keep it.
You think she's probably going to get married first before he does, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, my underwear's bunching.
Oh.
You know, for a second there, I didn't think we had any comedy. But obviously, I was wrong.
I'm sorry. Is that sports?
Nope. Stupid world record. Now, here's something I can get behind, and I tell you, we need to try this, if not today, in the very near future.
All right.
It says here, a comedian has broken the Guinness World Record for creating the tallest stack of donuts in 1 minute.
Is that right?
New York City's Robin Shaw achieved the record, stacking 13 donuts in 60 seconds. Shaw said it was difficult to find regulation-sized donuts, so she had to learn how to make them herself.
All right.
So she makes the donuts.
Donuts the same size?
Time to make the donuts.
Yeah, and I looked at this, and I'm kind of wondering if she maybe made them a little flatter so they were more stackable.
Are they the ones, the traditional yeast donut with a hole in the middle, or are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can we have Christine not ever say yeast donuts again, please? Is that okay?
You don't like women saying yeast? Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Once again, here we are. Pulling right into Comedyville.
I'm looking at this picture. I don't know if these donuts are regulation or if they're a little extra flat.
Well, she would have to have somebody there to
I suppose.
authenticate, if you will.
Well, she's making all these donuts. It's funny because there's a huge line of cops behind her.
That's Tom Griswold, license plate L5Q.
Would anyone else would like to try that joke and Tom not know it's coming? See how Tom reacts?
Inside joke.
A lot of police officers listen.
Yeah, a lot.
They're allowed to enjoy a donut. I'll be happy to buy some for them.
I don't buy that donuts are hard to find.
I
uniform.
don't eat. I don't either.
You literally go to any bakery, you can buy 12 of the same donut.
Yeah, see, those aren't. That is not a normal looking donut.
And she's really taking her time.
Yeah.
And they vary in size.
Yeah, that's.
And it looks like they're don't you think they're flatter instead of? Yeah. See, they look like waffles.
Yeah, and then in this picture from the actual.
Who's that guy stacked? Oh, my fault.
We could do this.
Wait a minute. What's going on there with that weird donut?
You know, she's got smaller donuts on the top. Yeah, this is a scam.
No.
We've been had.
Well, she's having fun. I loved her working Wilson Phillips.
That's a nice way to say. Looks like she ate the rest of them.
On the actual website, and it shows her with real donuts.
Yeah.
And that's like not fair.
Yeah.
Oh, what an injustice.
What an
This
injustice.
donut stacking.
Damn you, woman. A bait and switch.
Is that sports?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm glad she had a good time. That looks fun.
Okay, good.
And she learned how to make donuts.
This is what you farted for.
One of the episodes I slogged through of The Bear, they said that making donuts is one of the hardest things to do.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Never made them.
I take it by that comment you did not care for the bear.
A lot of yelling.
It's the heat of the kitchen.
A lot of loser dirtbags yelling about their lives as if it mattered to anyone.
It gets better the second season.
To some of us, it resonated.
Wait, loser dirtbags yelling. We do that every morning. Why don't you like it?
That's why I don't want my entertainment to have that.
I see.
I live it.
Every break, I'm outside smoking a cigarette and drinking out of some takeout container.
If only you were outside every break.
Wow.
You see what we just did?
Yeah, we're yelling at each other. It was fun.
Anyway, so the donut record's a scam.
I think so.
Yeah, those look like they're
And did you? The
fake
last
donuts.
2 donuts were smaller than the
Yeah,
other
not
donuts. That's
Well, the smaller
BS.
donuts, I don't know if you saw her comedian comment.
No, I
But the smaller donut, she said, "Oh, look, he's got a fez." That's the kind of comedy that you can expect. That's
cute.
Yeah, I can't wait to not go see her in person. Okay.
Oh, she's probably very nice. So stacking the donuts like a diabetic Jenga.
Didn't really look like she was working that fast. I think we could do that easily.
I think we could do
we'd
it
with
out of the box Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. We could do it.
But if not,
together.
we could eat them. I think we'd get about 7 and it'd fall over.
It'd still be fun trying.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get on that right now.
There was a lot of yelling about it.
You know what, you piece of crap.
Guys, this is important. We make roast beef sandwiches.
It's the bear.
In the filthiest restaurant in the town. We have to, this is our lives.
They
were redoing
They
it.
redo the restaurant.
Redo the restaurant.
Yes,
That was the
if you
original
watched.
sandwich.
Yes.
They had better fare after that.
I
don't understand.
They started off with the sandwich.
I love The Bear, I love Ted Lasso, and I love Elf, but more than those, I love you ruining those shows. You can take anything and just boil it down to its dumbest form, and it's the best. I loved Hamilton, but when I'm with you, I just love crapping on anything.
He's on to something.
At least I gave the bear a chance. Those others I didn't even bother watching.
Yeah, your review of Ted Lasso, having never seen even any of it, very.
I
very
saw
effective.
enough.
How many episodes of The Bear did you watch?
saw one episode.
5, 6.
5. Oh,
yeah, it was
okay.
either 5 or 6.
Okay.
But
and I finally went, I can't. These people suck.
He in spite of not seeing Ted Lasso, his review was pretty much dead on.
I enjoyed Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso had some
They
moments
don't do
of joy.
as much fish out of water as you think they do, but
Right.
they do some.
Okay. Now we have Christy Lee at the news desk. Let's get a news story out of you.
Speaking of food, videos of people grilling ice cubes are going viral on Chinese social media.
Grilling ice cubes.
The street snack was made famous by a video at a street food stall in Nanchang. The video shows large ice cubes being cooked.
Everybody Nanchang tonight.
The video shows large ice cubes being cooked on an open grill, seasoned with sauces as well as spices before being served on a plate. The food stall operator told Chinese news outlets that the idea was initially a joke, but people ended up loving the snack.
Well, at least it's not bats, huh?
Yeah, and he offered them up for free. The dish is reportedly popular on hot summer days in China. You got to get them while they're hot.
I think this was done at some American state fairs.
Grilled ice cubes, they might have.
And the cool thing was, I went to one, and I ordered it well done, and they gave me a glass of water.
So ridiculous.
I mean, what a dumb thing.
How do you grill an ice? I mean, come on.
How do you not?
There's no way.
They must have to bread them or something, and then flip them very, very quickly.
Well, there's no
There's
water.
no way you can grill
There's nothing
an ice
of the ice cube left, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. There can't be.
You goofballs.
You have to relight the
It's all
coals.
the seasoning and the thing. They make a
spices
pate
on
out of it, and that's what you're eating. There's nothing
I
to
need more information.
It looks like the ice cube is intact to a
looks
degree.
like you're
with
losing
spices
your
on it.
mind is what it looks like.
Okay.
No, it does look like they're. I don't know how they're doing this, but
I say forget it. It's just China.
there you go, chick.
Nice ice cube. This would be a great state fair.
Yeah,
thing.
the ice cube is above the food and steam. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
A little bit of fun. A little bit of fun out there. Now, Patty G.
Yeah.
I noticed that you've got some shows coming up, but everybody, including, this is a good one coming up. We've just announced it this morning. It's going to be Patty G, Josh, Jeff Oskey, and Willie at the North Star Mohican Casino Resort in Bowler, Wisconsin, Friday, November 17th. That morning, we're doing this show from the casino. So, but that evening, it's going to be a very special show. Tickets go on sale tomorrow morning. I wanted to get that out there so you can be ready. And then I'll also tell you that you can come to the show that morning for nothing. We'll be there doing our show. And if you want to get up early and come on out, that'll be fun. This weekend, Willie G and Greg Hahn are going to be working out. They'll be at the beautiful Jukebox Comedy Club in Peoria. And starting tonight, Greg Warren's at the Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin. So some great comedy out there. The one I wanted to mention, Pat, you're going to be doing with Jeff Oskey Saturday, September 30th, the Olympic Theater in Cedar Rapids.
Looking forward to it.
So all kinds of comedy coming around the bend. Now, I'll also urge you to enter our contest. It's the opportunity for you to have some fun with pro football, and you can get those entries in today. Try to get them in. Obviously, the season starts tonight with Detroit heading to Kansas City, and you just pick the winners, and you could be the winner each week. We're giving one away, the Big Green Egg Mini Max, the Rolls Royce of outdoor cooking. Once again, go to bobandtom.com/contest. Christy, back to you.
U.S. Customs agents in Kentucky intercepted nearly 1,500 pounds of illegal meat. Agricultural specialists at the Louisville Port of Entry stopped 13 shipments from Hong Kong that were headed for a company in Bellerose, New York. Each of the shipments contained pork, poultry, and other prohibited foods, and the seized food was destroyed. Pork products from Hong Kong are prohibited due to outbreaks of African swine fever, classical swine fever, and swine vascular disease in the region.
Yes, we don't need Hong Kong pork. We have plenty of pigs here.
Hong Kong pork. Is that a Saturday morning cartoon?
Hong Kong Fooey.
Oh, Hong Kong Fooey. Okay. 1,500 pounds of prohibited meat.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Sounds like Harvey Weinstein.
Remember the pandemic you started, China? Now you're sending meat around the world? And why am I the only one mad at them?
No, you're not.
Man, this is a bummer because Josh, for Christmas this year, I got you like 10 boxes of Beijing steaks. So I'm really you don't want those?
I'll take them.
Were they smuggling? It was being smuggled in boxes. It wasn't in like 40 guys' asses or anything.
Oh my gosh, Tom, no.
40 guys.
Well,
guys' asses of meat.
We found 40 sausages.
These guys are all dressed the same. They're all wearing white shirts and black ties. Very weird. So watch out for prohibited meat. Where do you suppose? I guess my question is, where would that end up?
In a Chinese market somewhere, probably. That's what I would guess.
It was on its way to New York State.
Yeah.
Would that end up in sausages or?
Maybe it would end up in Chicago, and the bear, and they would go, guys, what do we do with this meat? And it would be a real problem.
Honestly, I would have just watched a show about Italian beef sandwiches. I love the sandwiches. They don't need any of the drama. I still wear that head.
They are good. Thank you very much. What's coming up in the news, Christy?
Coming up, we have a very sweet story about a 100-year-old tortoise. We have deer in the news. We have a symphony in a very unique way. And a lot of twin news today. A couple twin stories.
Oh.
And by the way, that tortoise
2 for twins.
made some great soup in the bear. What are we going to do with this tortoise? Cook it. We're coming right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Yesterday we were talking about hickeys.
Yeah.
I have a story for you.
Which one of your daughters has one?
You had those hickeys, yeah. Oh, and your daughters. Yeah.
No, nobody has hickeys, but we have death by hickey.
Death by hickey?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
My boyfriend was a vampire.
Were that me, I'm sure the officers would stand over my body and say, I have a feeling this is how he'd wanted to go.
More chalk.
Yes, because I'm so gigantic.
Oh, my God.
One stick
one of
of
the
chalk
fattest things I've ever
would
done.
never be enough
We had to use a whole
at
box
all.
of chalk to outline his.
Look at him. He had to take his headphones off, lean back, and he's screaming with laughter.
He's just an awful person. I wish I were an actual Sportsasaurus. I'd rip your body, your limbs.
More chalk.
Lucky numbers.
Man, if that weren't funny, I'd be so mad.
You know what, Josh? I ate all day yesterday, and I really feel good about it. So screw him. You know what? It doesn't matter.
I was just trying to lighten the sad picture we all had of Josh lying there dead.
Oh.
Maybe lighten the mood.
You know, I think that's even more insulting. He's taken an insult to you and tried to spin it into a positive.
Oh, yeah, that's what's insulting.
Good God.
The steroid era is about to start entering the Hall of Fame.
I think so. It might happen. Let me grab
you
that.
grab that? Okay.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Greg, it's Babe Ruth.
Hey, the Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, here in the Hall of Fame, right?
Sure is.
Yeah, sure, Dad. You know, we don't get the best reception up here in heaven, so let me get this right, Dad. I heard we got a pudgy old bag named Rains headed to Cooperstown.
Three. Well, never mind. Why bother? Yes, you're
Hey,
correct.
they've lowered their standards. I knew it was bad when Cobb didn't go to bed for the last 2 days and still washed his sheets.
Hi-oh.
Dad, back in my day, if you didn't hit at least 600 home runs and bang twice as many dames, you didn't stand a chance. And how? Now they got these steroids we hear about. Hell, all we had was yellow fever.
Rhapsody video has set a record for the highest price paid for a piece of jewelry owned by a rock star. It sold for $881,000, beating out a leather and bead talisman owned by John Lennon that sold for $368,000 back in 2008. And Jack Johnson is going to release a live album that will benefit victims of wildfires in his home state of Hawaii. Songs for Maui, recorded at the Maui Arts and Cultural Center back in 2012. Proceeds from that album will be distributed throughout the Johnson Ohana Foundation to charities in Maui. Johnson also will do a benefit concert September 18th in Honolulu. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Think you know your pro football and want to put your knowledge to the test? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com. This is your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Just pick the winners of this week's pro football games and you could win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Head to bobandtom.com/contest and play Pigskin Pick'em. And don't miss the Chick McGee Shoe-In of the Week, Thursdays on the Bob and Tom Show. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom Radio, 24/7.
Has this ever happened to you?
Scalpel, clamp, knife.
Ow! Hey! What the
Waking up during an operation can be both traumatic and painful. Did you know that you have a choice when it comes to choosing an anesthesia? Introducing Ed Pedural's Anesthesia City! Anesthesia City!
Hey, Eddie Pedural here. When you need to get gooned on the goofy juice, it really helps to shop around. And there's no better time than now, as we're getting giddy at Anesthesia City. It's our once-a-year Malaise Days.
Malaise Days!
Bring in your Zoo Book coupon, and we'll knock off an additional 50% on scratch and dent ethers, pentathols, and nitrous.
Anesthesia City!
And oh yeah, free balloons for the kids. Hey, if they're real young, make sure they don't suck on any of that balloon air, if you know what I'm saying.
Anesthesia City! Open every day, 10 until 10. 9.
I'm Ed Pedural saying, so, what's it going to take for me to put you in a coma today?
Hi, this is Carl Lewis, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
I mean, and that's the difference. I mean, when you spill something and you rent it, you think, maybe next commercial.
When
But
you
you
own
own it. Like, I got to get that up right away. That's my floor.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's your floor.
Yeah.
You know? But I do love the.
Are you handy?
Very, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, because if they can't find you handsome, they better find you handy. And,
I have a hat that says that.
well, you should take it down to Napa.
I think Phil just made the quotes page.
Yeah.
I think he did.
If they can't find you handsome, they better.
And they won't find me handsome because I'm not. And I wish I was. I mean, I really, because that's a break.
Yeah.
You know, some guys are lucky. I mean, some guys were born with make love to me, good looks, and I was born with ask him. Maybe he knows where it is. Good looks. That's what that's very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Wow.
Yeah. Excuse me. Do you know where the handsome men that we have sex with are?
I think they're down the beach.
Yeah. And everything, this is true because everything a handsome guy does is cool. Everything. They have a messy haircut, doesn't matter. You know, they wear jeans that are all ripped up, torn, frayed.
Looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I wear ripped up, torn, frayed. People put money in my coffee. You know, they say, I feel bad for that kid.
How many women have you?
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
Talk to you about all that stuff tomorrow morning.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. I'm Chick McGee, and yes, I've given up. Here's Tom.
Chick.
Well, thanks very much.
I got to be honest, man. You worked hard.
My
sportscast. Learned a lot.
I can only do so much.
Yes.
But the main thing you're going to do today is you're going to pick the winners with the Chick McGee shoe-in of the week.
They're on my Instagram. You want to look at them.
We will be broadcasting those for those that are perhaps driving and want to know what's going on. And I'll remind everyone.
Keep running your trap. I'll give them right now.
Do you have the music?
Are you daring me? Are you calling me out?
Double dog daring.
I tell you what, jackass. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackass. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week one of the shoe-in of the week. Can you believe it? Don't you like this music? Isn't this like big,
It is good.
It's named like Big Heavy or something. Who came up with this?
It's good stuff.
Daryl
Makes
Hall
me
write
happy
this?
that you're happy.
I don't know. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Makes me happy that you're so happy during the NFL season. I like it.
That is the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever heard in my life.
No.
This isn't passive.
Might as well just giving you a middle finger.
This is not at all passive-aggressive when I say,
well, I hope you're happy.
Be brief. Who are you picking?
Are you ready for some football?
I like the Patriots +4 at home against the Phillies. I like the Patriots +4 at home against the Eagles.
That's what that says.
Oh, it'll be a lot better if they're both playing the same.
Yeah, if the Patriots are actually playing the Phillies, despite the fact Bryce Harper shaved his beard, Phillies got no shot.
We may get there one day. Inner sports play.
Sports play. I like the Steelers at home against the San Francisco 49ers. What do you think of that? Huh? How's that taste?
I believe it's the 49s. But
And it is the 49ers. Thank you for reminding me of that. Pittsburgh +3 against the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
And, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shock the world. I am taking, with a confident heart, no doubt, just all swagger, the Washington football team to cover -7 at home, their home opener against the Arizona Cardinals.
All right.
And that is my double shock.
Wow.
Ooh. What do you think of that, Tom?
That's very good.
Is there any way we could keep that turned up instead of about half-assed about 20% of the time?
If they
record at the same level. Now.
Chick, do you still have...
Leave it alone now. Don't touch that button.
Okay.
Don't.
You heard him say that.
Thank you very much.
Do you still have the zappy sound effect?
Now we have requests for... Let's see. What do I have? Tom, do you know where the zappy is?
Because that might make a good double shock sound effect.
Oh. Let's see. How about this? Double shot!
A dog?
I do like it a lot.
Oh, that might be for the underdog. If I pick the underdog, which I did. I'm taking points in 2 games. Will you shut up? And then
I got this. Will hang on a second.
Okay.
Will this work?
Yeah. I mean, it absolutely works.
Yeah. That kind of scared me.
We've got Bush. We've got
You could
Bush.
say that after, are you ready for some football?
Try that.
I don't know why I did Jodie Foster.
Double shock power.
There you go. There you go.
have to do it
That's good.
Double shock power.
Now, speaking of football,
As annoying as I hoped.
while we're on the topic of football, we do have our Pigskin Pick'em up and running. Your shot at winning the Big Green Egg Mini Max. And get those entries in before the game tonight, please. Do it sometime today. Just go to bobandtom.com/contest. While we're at it, a couple of other shows coming up. I'll remind you, Willie G, Greg Hahn. That's starting tomorrow night in Peoria at the famous Jukebox Comedy Club. Willie, ticket info is where?
Go to my Instagram at willie.griswold. There's a ticket link in the bio, y'all. Check it out.
Thank you very much. And also, we just announced this. The tickets go on sale tomorrow for a very special show in Bowler, Wisconsin at the North Star Mohican Casino and Resort. Friday night, it'll be Willie, Jeff Oskey, Josh, and Pat Godwin. That morning, we'll be doing this show from the North Star Casino Resort. And you can come see us for free doing that show. It'll be fun.
You think Bowler, Wisconsin is just a neighborhood of hats? Just as far as the eye can see.
It better be.
You know? Or maybe a village of Polish people.
Could be, yeah.
For
a lot of alleys.
Bowler, many bowling alleys.
Thank you. Now, we turn back to Christy Lee at the news desk.
A trio of dogs in Denmark starred in a rare performance of a piece by Leopold Mozart.
Did they really?
Yeah, the dog Sophus Cookie.
Leopold Mozart.
Yes.
A lesser Mozart?
Amadeus' dad.
Is that right?
Oh,
Leopold.
Sophus Cookie and Sika, S-I-C-A,
Sika,
were instructed to bark on command in time with the Danish Chamber Orchestra's performance of Hunting Symphony. The work was composed by Leopold Mozart, the father of Wolfgang Amadeus, though it's seldom performed with live dogs on stage, as orchestras usually prefer to use recorded sound.
Oh, but dogs are meant to be heard.
Apparently, they were selected at an audition last spring, Josh, for their barking skills. The 3 hounds rehearsed with their masters, who were generous with treats to get them to bark on cue.
You want to hear it?
I do.
Nope.
The dogs are there live.
Oh, now this is what I said. What was it? It was going to be horrible.
Yeah, this is fun. I mean, the dogs are right there, and there's a guy with one of those conductor sticks.
A baton.
Pointing at him, thank you.
And a small baggie.
Oh, look at these cute little
Okay,
doggies.
here we go. Here we go.
It's beautiful.
There's no way you can make any of this out.
Not to any beats.
Yeah.
They're just
Random bark.
Yeah,
They just let a cat out. Is what happened.
Sounds like any kennel I've ever been to.
I picked up my girls
classical
yesterday. And
station
let it
on
stop.
Oh, my gosh.
Why was the drummer just kind of hitting whenever he wanted to?
Yeah.
Because apparently
It's a
there
mess.
were no rules. Leopold Mozart was a madman.
There were no notes on the page. He just said, play whatever you want.
No rules.
And then dogs come in.
His son got all the talent.
Yes.
That's why he was so good, because he had to make regular music because his dad was being a nut upstairs.
Yes.
Oh, God.
But I think it's kind of fun.
The dogs are cute.
We're looking at it a little bit stuffy, the atmosphere of the symphony, typically. You know what I mean? The what is it? The ties and the tails and the tuxes, whatever they are. But hey, let's listen again here.
Tuxes and tails.
Again?
See, the start's very nice. I think.
Sure. A little masterpiece theatery.
Yeah. The start. These are the very skilled musicians
Kind
playing
of a
this.
generic strings.
Do you think are the musicians at all insulted when they're making these beautiful sounds and someone brings in a couple of hounds?
I would
Probably.
love if they're all tuning and they play a concert A and the piano and then the French horn. Everyone's getting involved, and these dogs. Oh, they're just
Yes.
they're trying to match pitch.
You tighten the rubber bands on his scrotum to get it up to the C. Here it is again. Listen.
those are rifles. The drums are meant to represent rifles.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the hunting.
Hunting symphony. If you
right.
listen, it does sound like that.
Because they did sound, the drums sounded kind of random also.
Yeah.
It's a mess, is what it is.
It's unlistenable.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's fun.
I can't wait to go get in the car and listen to
Real
that.
music?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. Wasn't his, the son was Leopold's the father of Amadeus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfgang Mozart.
If they don't call those three dogs the Wolf Gang, what are they doing?
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
What is it? Any dogs in the house?
Coming up in the news, what do you got?
Coming up, we still have our 100-year-old Tortoise.
I went to go see the Three Hounds, by the way.
You did?
Turned out to just be the Dixie Chicks.
I want to see Three Dog Night.
We're coming right back. We may have a surprise.
One was
we may have a
cute.
surprise.
I did too.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. Set my heart on fire through chrome-plated wire. Right there at the cart corral. My cart was full of meat and that San Francisco treat. Chunky soup eats like a meal with a dash of squeaky wheel. Rogaine so I won't get bald. 4 bags of Epsom salt. 2 cartons of Pall Mall. And a copy of Walking Tall. That Buford Pussy was something else.
Yeah.
Her cart was hunkered down with red bullet crown. Baby seat full of bread. Knock seen before her head. The whole parking lot could see just what she meant to me. 2 liter of Mountain Dew and some maters for making stew. Paige and Stu Pedazza. I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly ever see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. It's a parking lot oasis in all them empty spaces right there at the cart corral. What I like is the parking's free and you don't have to pay for it. Our carts rolled toward the street, about lost half my meat. We kindly hit head on, she was talking on her phone. Everybody stopped and stared when her wings flew in the air. So much for making toast, that string on my pot roast. They give you enough to tie your shoes with. Don't chop that much at all, on account of my cholesterol. Clean up on aisle 2, because my heart just spilled the truth. Kotex value pack, and Jemima owed her back. So set in her ways, that I'll see her in 30 days. Get it?
Get it.
I met her at the cart corral, but I hardly never see her now. Got wrapped up in sin when she helped me push it in. I'll probably kick a shine if she will be mine. Right there at the cart corral. Hop the Willie in my pants. Right there at the cart corral. Kindly did a little dance. Clip and save a place for me.
Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com. This is your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Just pick the winners of this week's pro football games and you could win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Head to bobandtom.com/contest and play Pigskin Pick'em with the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
She's the love of your life, and you want to make her feel special on Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, if you're looking for a romantic gift this Valentine's Day, then Frigamall Florist has the gift for you. It's our I Know I'm Not Going to Get Any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. Yes, for just $59.95, you can send her the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. The I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet proclaims your lust for her in the most romantic way possible. The bouquet of lovely fresh flowers says, let's do it, and my loins ache. Your wedding vows didn't include a vow of chastity, but you're not going to see any action unless you act now. So pick up the phone and order the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet right now. That's the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I order you some flowers bouquet. With one phone call, you can cover your ass and get some ass. It's a win-win. Call now, because when Cupid shoots his arrow on February 14th, you won't be shooting anything unless you get her some flowers.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Jeff Jenna is our guest.
I don't know if you remember this. A lot of people were mad at the Mattel toy company because Teen Talk Barbie, one of the 200 things Teen Talk Barbie said was, math class is hard.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody, young women won't want to take math classes. And I'm just thinking, no, that's stupid. What, are American women that easily influenced? Are they? No, I don't think so. Because if they are, I think Teen Talk Barbie should say things like, sex is fun. I work hard and give my husband my paycheck.
On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Don't.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
Star.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We may have something special. I'm not going to say coming up shortly or not possibly. Just maybe just to put that out there. I want to switch gears here because we were lucky enough to have the early edition of the Shoe-In of the Week with the Chick McGee, the sports pick show. What was your final record last season? Do you recall?
Don't remember.
It was pretty good. Week one. And this in particular show, Chick picks against the spread. But if you want to be part of our pigskin pick'em competition, just pick winners. You have nothing to do with the spread. Who's going to win the games? There's all kinds of tiebreaker info, etc. bobandtom.com/contest. Get those entries in because the thing starts tonight. Your shot at the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Now, Pat, you were waving your arms up there. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I got something for Chick. I look forward to the day, the shoeing of the week. Chick is the man and a Washington fan. He works for Bob and Tom on the radio. Don't you know the secrets that he keeps? Those hot nights in Fort Wayne, grapes in the Miller Lite, football on TV, a master picking the games for you and me. You know he is. Against the spread, Chick is betting against the spread. It's his first week back, betting against the spread. So far, he's way ahead.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a perfect score against the spread. Not betting anybody today against the spread. He's out there ahead against the spread. Oh, you guys sounded great.
Original background vocals by the Eagles, by the way, in that song. We didn't quite get up to their level because they've got Don Henley and all.
Yeah.
That's the great scene in the Eagles documentary. You know, we have Don Henley. He's very good.
I'm not singing that much either. Don's in the band. Yeah.
Christy Lee is at the Bob and Tom news desk. Have we missed anything?
A 100-year-old tortoise that escaped from its home in Louisiana has been safely reunited with his family.
How long did that take?
Animal control officers, he only got half a mile away. No. Animal control officers worked with the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office to retrieve the African tortoise that was found in a canal. The reptile was then taken to Kara's house, a local animal shelter, which was able to reunite the tortoise named Biscuit with his owners. Owner Lamoni Howard said Biscuit escaped when strong winds and rain broke the latch on his back gate.
Lamoni Howard. Little Moni for that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. 100-year-old critter.
Yeah, it doesn't say how far I got. I don't know how far the canal was from the
Probably
home, but
wanted to get out of its cage and for all these years live a little.
Sure.
It's like some old dementia patient wandering out of the home.
it had to have been passed down throughout the family, wouldn't it, if it's 100?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, where'd he pick that up?
Couldn't they glue one of those air tags to it?
They could.
Those
I don't
things
know if that's healthy for to glue anything to their shell.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a
on
good
the
idea.
outside, that wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know the answer to that.
Chick, if you read further into the story, you'll see that a snail actually hitched a ride on the back of that turtle.
Oh, and as the snail was right, you know what the snail said, Tom?
Wee!
Love that.
Couldn't believe how fast he was going.
Well, I'm glad they got their critter back.
Yes.
Didn't that one Darwin's turtle was still alive? Or it might be still alive now.
265 years or something?
Charles
Crazy.
Darwin's turtle.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone still has the turtles from Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh, I did read that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember their names?
Oh. Is it like it's a twin thing, like salt and pepper?
There are definitely two words that go together, yes.
Liberty and Bell, cheese and steak.
Cheese and steak.
I'm thinking Philly
Cheese
stuff.
and crackers.
I'm thinking Philly stuff.
Oh, okay.
Cheese and crackers. Cuff and Link. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Hey, Cuff. How you doing, Link? You know, remember him acting? You remember that?
You got to cradle it.
Speaking of twins, a pair of identical twins from the UK have been wearing matching outfits for the past...
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. I think we have... Is this our special guest that we may or may not be speaking to? I think that we have joining us on the telephone Mr. Jim Gaffigan. Is that possible? Jim, is that you?
I'm here. I'm your roving reporter.
Oh, my gosh. We got you on the TV. This is awesome.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm reporting from one of America's beautiful airports, and I just want to report that everyone's miserable here.
Good.
And did we interrupt your breakfast?
I got a bagel. I'm not hungry, but, you know, I'm in the lounge, and I got to try and make my money's worth, right?
Right. Mr. Jim Gaffigan is one of the great comedians in America and the world, and he's on the road. Jim's got a bunch of shows coming up, including, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow Cedar Rapids, then Fort Wayne coming up on Saturday. Lots of other great spots coming up. Is this a solo show, or you don't have the kids tagging along, do you? They're in school, I assume?
No, they're not with me. There is a God, and they are not with me. Today is actually the first official day of school in New York City because they, I don't know, like in the South, they start like, I don't know, in June.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's, so it's the first official day, but they had a lot of, come in and meet people and then, inconvenience your parents for their day, so we had that. but I don't know if I'm yelling here.
You're fine. You're fine. We can hear you just fine. Are you doing like math homework with them and stuff?
I try to do that stuff. I mean, my kids are taking Mandarin, so because I want them to be communists. And, so it's just, these 5 kids, you guys, I made such an enormous mistake. There's just too much work to do. It's just, and I know that there's probably some listeners right now that don't have children, and some people choose to not have kids, and I respect that, but I don't think they should be considered adults because they're not, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what keeps them up at night? Are they like worried, like, what am I going to eat for lunch tomorrow? Because real parents, we're not getting any rest, and it's just torture.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm a bundle of sunshine.
Jim Gaffigan is our guest.
I'll tell you what is a bundle of sunshine, Jim, is that movie of yours with one of my favorites, Rhea Seehorn. It's called Linoleum, and it's on the streaming services right now. It's wonderful.
Oh, well,
movie.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a good one, right?
That's a good one. Yes.
The Chappaquiddick movie's a good one too. Jim is in that.
Yes.
Jim
surprise
Gaffigan.
ending in that. He let the air out of the tires.
Who knew?
Didn't he do that?
Who knew?
That was an interesting take, but I thought it worked in the movie. Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan's current tour is called the Barely Alive Tour.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Just positive vibes. Just positive. I've gone from the guy that only talks about food to that just complains about his kids. So it's
Mr. Gaffigan is going to be on stage Cedar Rapids at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse on Friday night, and then Saturday night Fort Wayne at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. Lots of other gigs coming up, including October 20th in Louisville at the Louisville Palace, and that's going to be 2 nights. Or maybe, 2 nights, and like 3 different shows. That's awesome. Now this is all new stuff. I know from reading about your tour, but you do have to do a couple of salutes to some of the classics, right?
Well, I've been kind of steering away from that, but yeah, there is definitely a panic that sets in when you get done with an hour, because there is an unspoken agreement that people that are coming to the show are going to see great new material. But yeah, no, I used to do some. I mean, I've been doing stand up for 130 years. This is my first year. Wow. So, but yeah, so I used to do the classics, and then people, I'm lucky enough people have come to shows a couple times, so I always have to mix it up. So I can't even like pull out the Hot Pockets because they're like, hey, you did that the last time. So I have to learn magic or something. I don't know.
Now, when you're a very fine, serious actor. When you're on the sets of these movies, do they expect you to be funny all the time during the breaks?
Yeah, well, there is something about, it's like, I mean, obviously I've been on your show many times, but it is the same vibe, like everyone's friendly, but everyone's got stuff to do. But there is some horsing around. I'm not like, a prankster like George Clooney or anything like that. But I have no short-term or long-term memory, so I'm usually obsessing on my lines. But yeah, no, I definitely have fun because it's just there's the acting thing, you sit around for like 10 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I love bringing my kids because they think it's so fancy, and then they get there and they're like, this is horrible. Because it's boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Chick McGee gave a great review to a movie one time. I'll never forget it. He said he was watching this film and he thought, wow, that looks like a really beautiful day they're wasting making this terrible movie.
What a beautiful day.
But Mr. Gaffigan is a great actor and a terrific stand-up comedian. I can give him a double thumbs up. If I had 3 thumbs, I'd take the other one and put it up too.
All right.
Always a great pleasure to speak to you, Jim. Thanks so much for taking the time. Have a great flight.
Yeah.
And again, the first 2 shows are coming up. It's Cedar Rapids Friday evening, and then Fort Wayne coming up tomorrow night, and the tickets are available at all the usual stuff. And then, is that a Mets hat you got on there?
It is, well, I try to only wear losing teams. It was this morning. It was like 5 a.m. and I'm like, I need a hat. And because I didn't shower, I'm not going to wake up early and shower. So I got the baseball cap, and because I've got a huge head. And but yeah, no, it's that's the problem with sports things. People assume you're the biggest fan in the world, and I do love. I'm more of a football guy than a baseball guy, but it's like people are like, hey, how about that team this year? I'm like, I have no idea.
Lastly, do you ever bet on football?
Gambling is the only addiction I don't have. And that implies I'm addicted to heroin, by the way. No, I would say, no, I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't. But, I don't know. What do you think the Colts are going to be this year? Chick, what do you think of the Colts? I know he's probably all Commanders. But.
Yeah, I am, but I think Willie's with me on this. 8 or 7 or 8 or 9 wins.
Oh, dude, I'm like 4 wins. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be real messy.
It all hinges on Tony, that hunky quarterback we got, Tony Richardson. So
I'm excited.
I don't know.
Jim, did you play college football?
There is a picture of Jim Gaffigan in his Purdue uniform floating around the internet. You owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
Look it up and hang it up at your workplace.
I mean, barely. I walked on at Purdue, and then I played Division III, but I was not good at all. I was just kind of. My older brother was good at football, so I just kind of did it and just followed. All right, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And but it is misleading because it looks like I'm like starting for the Boilermakers, but
All right, Jim, it's always a great pleasure. Thank you so much. See you.
Thanks so much. You guys have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
I saw Jim on his last tour. It was incredible. The guy's so funny. And once again, did I mention Cedar Rapids and Fort Wayne coming up this weekend? Lots more stops. I'll tell you about them coming up. Right now, I look over there and I see the man who's going to be watching football in the safe and secure home of his. Right. It'll be the SimplySafe man himself, Chick McGee.
That's right. SimplySafe, the design-it-yourself, do-it-yourself home security system. Did you know that SimplySafe Home Security, they have the revolutionary home monitoring innovation? It's called 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, designed to help stop crime in real time. Now, if an intruder breaks into your house, SimplySafe professional monitoring agents can actually see, speak to, and deter them through SimplySafe's new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, stopping them in their tracks. 24/7 Lifeguard Protection made possible by the new Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, available with Fast Protect monitoring plan. It's the only indoor security camera that can trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren. Install it your way, do it yourself in about 30 minutes, or have a SimplySafe expert set it up for you. Either way, easy to protect your compound. And for a limited time, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com, 20% off right now. Remember, there's no safe like SimplySafe.
SimplySafe is the best. Read the reviews. It's amazing. We're coming back. We've got some really cool stuff. And Al Jackson, our good buddy. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Sean Morey, and you're...
I am going to exit the studio with the Whizzle Meter. And we have the crew standing by. Chick, are you going to come and follow me?
Yes.
Okay.
This would be wonderful.
And do you want to explain what the Whizzle Meter is, Christy?
Yes, it's a small device that you hook to a urinal, and men, of course, urinate into the device, and it reads out a velocity, I guess, would be the correct term. It's like
Are you there, Tom? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
I hear you also, Chick. So you guys are moving down to the men's room.
I'll tell you something.
Like a radar gun.
Crew member is
dressed in a I see he's in a poncho, and you know, you take every precaution because these guys, you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get that bifurcated thing, you know.
We have set up the Whizzle Meter. Christy, it's kind of like a radar gun for urination.
Exactly,
but they don't
yes.
use radar.
No,
Okay,
it uses a little wheel that you spin
We're
like
going
a
in
hamster.
a minute. We're going in.
You two are are you two gonna whiz together at the same time?
No. Tom is at the urinal. I'm at the urinal.
Where's Chick?
Do you have the tester? Should we test it one time first? I have a squirter bottle with water in it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to squirt. This is a really heavy squirter. I don't think any human being could do. Okay, I'm squirting, and the Whizzle Meter is reading 10, 14, 8. Looks like the total readout, 14 was the high. You know, you really didn't even squeeze it.
I was going to say.
Coming out of a squirt bottle. Are you sure it's not on spray?
Out of it.
Oh my God! There's it got up to 80. You got to squeeze it, Tom.
Yeah, that's what.
80? 80? I can't go up to 80. Well, I know you can't go up to 80, but you were like doing this like a little Nancy guy. Oh, look at the little wheel go around. Okay, Flomax. We'll see how you do. Okay, I'm gonna. So the way it works is after you Chick did it again, and it's reading out 50. So it works like a radar gun.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I am going to.
You gonna unzip and see what you got?
He's reaching. Yeah. Now, we've not tried this with. No, I don't want to splash anybody here. Oh,
well, let's hope not.
I'm getting ready to go. Okay, I'm going. I'm ripping it here. This is the best I can do. Oh God, this is no good.
What kind of speed?
There are people taking pictures.
What kind of speed you got going on?
I'm afraid there may be some additional audio.
You get a warm-up lap?
There may be some additional audio. Yeah. Sorry. 26 was the high.
I'm sorry, what?
26. 26. My God, there's your prostate check. It looks like Chick when you did it. There's water all over the floor. Okay, come on in, prostate king. What? Okay. No, I'm not saying I'm going to do any better, but okay, now Chick's going to get up there. I have a shy bladder. Well, I'm not going to look.
Oh, he's going to stand there for an hour trying to whiz because he has a shy bladder.
Phone. He needs 2 hands to handle the monster. I can't. Did you find it yet? I don't know if I can. He's digging. Have you found it yet? I don't know if I can do this when everybody wants me. Okay, are you going yet? No. You haven't even started? No, I can't go.
Hey, everybody turn your head.
Okay, nobody look. Oh my God! Think about Niagara Falls. Think about wet things. Think about Niagara Falls. Think about water. Turn the faucet on. I have to turn the faucet. What? Jeez.
Why? You don't want to stay?
It works for my girls.
Here we go. Oh, he's finally started. Okay, there we go. How's it going?
What kind of?
Well, I can't get the wheel to turn. Now, if there's any kind of gaseous emission, it voids the readout. 26, 54, 56. Oh.
So, what'd you get? 56.
What is the readout? 56. 56.
Ooh, Chick.
Very
and Tom, you had 20.
24.
What was mine? 20 something. 20.
Wow. Maybe you should have your prostate checked.
Are you still going? Yeah, I told you I had to go, man.
The test is over.
Maybe we can do a commercial break. The camel releases. Still going. Okay. Anybody else have to go? We've got the whole. Would you wait? I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. So the Whizzle Meter. Let me see the readout. Oh. The key is to get the wheel to spin. Sometimes your aim is a lot key to it. You probably didn't hit the wheel. You have to aim? You have to aim.
You can't arc it in there, Tom.
I got a question for you. Yeah. Who's going to take this thing out of the urinal?
Oh, well, I'm sure we can find an intern to do that for us.
Do we have any interns? Yeah.
Radio.
Well, internet porn.
Oh.
Well, there's photography.
People don't go, photography. People don't go to porn shops anymore.
No?
Because of the internet.
Oh, that's true.
But I think you missed out on the social aspect.
Is there a social aspect to that?
Yeah, well, you avoid eye contact. Try to hide your titles. Tranny. Oh, no, I was working on my car. The other day, though, I was watching gay porn.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was watching pro wrestling.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee. I introduced Josh, and he gave me the Senate hearing hello. Yes, hello. You shook your head yes authoritatively. I like it was the whole package.
Okay.
There's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Are you now, or have you ever been a donut? Mr. Kefauver, would you please put down the bagel? There we go. Now it's time for some sunshine on this show. We just spoke to the great Jim Gaffigan. Now the great, look at this. It's Al Jackson. We love Al.
Hi, Al.
What a step down for your show.
Not at all. I need to explain. You look like you were playing for the Oakland A's. What era was that?
That would be
they still wear that
late 60s.
They still wear that uniform. Yeah,
it's.
I don't know what they're going to wear when they move to Vegas. Probably. They're probably going to be topless when they're moving.
Yeah, there you go.
Am I right on that, everybody?
Sin City. Boy, you would have thought we'd written that and then rejected it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of yellow you got on there. A lot of yellow, sir.
Listen, I'm a black man. We're allowed to wear peacock colors.
Sure.
You know, sometimes you feel like, you want to wear yellow pre 6 a.m. in the morning, and you go ahead and you do that.
Al, I got an idea for a show. Remember Queer Eye for the straight guy?
Yes, absolutely.
Could you do black guy for the white guy? And then, because you just mentioned that the rules are different for the way you dress. I think we all know that.
I believe that's called Hitch with Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, it's like I used to have a joke years ago about there's so many different kinds of white guy. And there's also so many different kinds of black guys. So you'd have to decide what kind of guy you're trying. If you're a guy that's trying to meet women, I think that there's men that can show you how to dress for that. I think if you want to figure out how to be taken more seriously, then there's a way to dress for that. But I don't think there's one way to dress unless you do like all of us and everybody in that room except for Christy Lee and just pick a uniform and ride it out for 30 years.
Yeah,
that's the only way that you get around that. Which I'm. Tom, let's be honest. I've been tracksuits for about 2 years now. I told you when I was getting into it, it's happening.
Yeah, you sure did.
Chick, you've been my mentor. You've been my Obi-Wan.
I like the
zipping and unzipping over there.
Yeah,
it's great.
But you're totally right, Al. I mean, you could do a show where you dress someone for a job interview, you dress them to go to a ball game, you dress them for a date. It's kind of like the Barbie doll. Except would be with human beings. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Yeah. No, I honestly, it's crazy you said that. I was like, who would ever thought that somebody saying Barbie now is culturally explosive? I'm like, don't discuss Barbie. I cannot believe. Sometimes I want to go. I want to talk to my dad. And just be like, no, for real. There are people arguing about this. But yeah, it's I think a lot of guys, I can only speak for myself. I didn't know how to dress and approach women where I appeared confident, but I also, they thought I was sexy. I never knew how to do that. Some people just naturally are good looking people and you hate them for that. I think there's a lot of guys like me that are I didn't know what my lane was. Christy Lee, how would you tell a man how to figure out his lane? I totally
disagree with you. Ever since I've known you, you've had swagger. You've definitely had this confidence in the way you dressed. I always thought you were cool as heck.
Well, that's probably when I started this show, but I would say up until my mid-20s.
Okay.
And then I started to kind of figure out because, up until then, you're going to nightclubs. And nightclubs are only for good-looking people.
Yeah.
Because there you can't talk. Mm-hmm. So that's a huge advantage. It's like when there's a wet field, it's good for a quarterback that can fall forward for a couple yards. Josh Allen's going to thrive in that situation. But you do need a situation where, like, if you can get it quiet enough where you can talk, like somebody like Josh, Chicky, I realized I could make women laugh.
Right.
And that was my superpower, because once you can make people laugh, especially not just women, but people, when women see that people are relaxed around you, they'll be more relaxed around you. And then, like, that can make up for you not looking like Brad Pitt. I had to figure out, like, I could be funny, because other than that, I would have just been the dude in the corner drinking out of a plastic cup. So, yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Well, now, with this particular outfit, how do you think you'd do?
Not good, unless I was coaching a track team for people trying to. They're like, this team is clean. All right, no needles up for here.
You do look like not the main coach, but like one of the guy's buddies that they kind of he's got the outfits. We'll bring him in here. He can kind of motivate the kids.
They refuse to use his real name, so they call me like Coach Bud. It's like, why won't you call him Al Jackson? He's got some charges associated with that name. We don't want to associate the Google search.
Our guest is Coach Bud. Wait, no, our guest is Al Jackson. Al is
being Coach Bud,
featured on the Daily Blast Live every day, and you can watch him, and he's great. And this is my opportunity, however, to have Al help me with my street lingo. And learning about what's going on in the world. What have we got for a phrase or a word today?
All right, Tom, we're going to kick things off with just a phrase I'm sure we've used before, because I used it in my real life. Tom, what's a mega L?
Oh, boy. A mega L.
A mega L. There's a movie out called The Meg.
I assume it's obviously a large L. A successful L. Would that be Mega Love? She's my mega L? No. L. No. Anyone?
Think of maybe sports statistics in the newspaper. There would be 2 columns.
Oh, a mega loser?
Close. You're circling the drain. Just go ahead and go down. You're close. It's not loser, but stay in that. Don't leave that. Stay in that thought process.
Is it a Roman numeral? Like mega 50?
No, we're walking way away from that thought process now.
When the Cubs win around Wrigley, folks will put up a W flag. So the W stands for win in that case. So
a mega L is a big loss?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So that was
like, when would you use that, though? Because clearly, you're still a little bit on the fence about its use.
Well, I let Al Jackson be my wingman, and that turned out to be a mega L. We went home alone. How does that sound?
Honestly, the analogy started out clumsy and clunky. You nailed it at the end. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just like, we were trying to have a good, I was sure that the party was going to happen. Josh didn't show up with the booze. The girls didn't show up till 2 a.m. It was just a mega L. I had to pay for the room. It's just like it's just worst case scenario.
Good.
You know what? I would say, though, if you had to pay for the room and it was just you and the fellas chilling in a hotel room, I bet you'd still have fun. You're going to rent National Treasure on the TV. You're going to laugh a little bit, get a sixer in there. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, this is true. When you remove the pressure of having, like, to definitely have women to, like, have it be a party, if you're just like, okay, girls aren't coming, let's just be, I'm sure it's the same for women. I think it's a different kind of dynamic, because, like, when the opposite sex shows up, everybody's kind of got on as Chris Rock says, their representative, but then you can just be yourself when it's your boy. So, yeah, it's a different kind of fun. Not as fun, but it's fun.
Okay, well, I've got mega L down. Let's go on to our next phrase.
Tom, talk to us about what pushing the whip is.
Pushing the whip.
Yeah.
Well, this is a tough one. This is not like doing an upsell on ice cream.
Like an orange whip? What?
Pineapple whip?
Yeah. Do you want the whip with the hot chocolate?
Okay, I've got a guess. Is the whip the car?
Yes, Chicky. Yes.
So it's either you're going really fast, or the whip is on its last legs, and you're trying to just get around town, so you're pushing the whip.
Either one is correct. Yeah, it's just like you're just driving. So, but the scenarios you laid out were actually even better, because if you said you're pushing the whip, you usually say, I'm pushing the whip through snow. These tires are bald, but I had to get there. So, yeah, it's like you're kind of describing the conditions and the fact that, like, no matter what, you're marching on. So, Tom, after this great example that Chicky just gave us. Use the phrase "pushing the whip" for us.
Well, the show was over, and I looked out the window, and I could see that Ace's car wasn't moving again. So I went out there, and I was helping him push the whip.
No, it's not broken down. You know what? Maybe the judges will give it to you. I don't know.
I thought for Ace, pushing the whip was when you knock the whipped cream off the shelf in the grocery store, it gets a dent, and then you got to buy it for cheaper. Pushing the whip.
That'd be very Ace-like, actually. So pushing the whip just me. Okay, so Ace got in his car. He had to get home in a hurry. I saw him. He must have been going 25 down that freeway. He was really pushing the whip.
Yeah.
Ace is a notoriously slow driver.
Careful.
Ace, I was taught to drive by my dad, an old black man. I've driven millions of miles in this country, no accidents, knock on wood. It's because I drive like 55, not 55, but I drive like very slow and deliberate because I'm expecting people to do dumb stuff on the road. Ace, what's your theory when you get behind the wheel?
I think most drivers are idiots, so I watch myself.
There we go.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Ace and I are on the same page with Al on this one.
What do you guys think Ace's car smells like? I feel like it smells like it's got to be like just like old school. It's got to smell like Lagerfeld.
No, pizza rolls.
No. It smells like roses.
Roses.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those packets of Steven Singer's rose-smelling things.
Yeah.
Do you have rose packets in your car?
Sachets.
What are rose packets?
Rose-scented little packets.
Sachet.
You know, I'm going to make believe I don't have enough reasons not to ride with you anywhere.
That is, if you get in the car and you see those, yeah, you know that there's a body in the trunk. He's like, break out some more rose packets.
Okay, well, we have time for one more phrase from Al Jackson. What have you got, Al?
Tom, one of my favorite phrases ever. Tell me what I'm him. When would you use that phrase? I'm him.
Wow. Is it a positive thing?
Absolutely.
Would you say that to your lady? When it comes to your true love, I'm him?
Yes. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, but that's more literal. I don't think.
Oh, this is not quite as literal as that?
Yeah, when you pronounce it like I'm him, it sounds like a name from the Bible. It sounds way different.
Esau, I'm him. Job, I'm him.
Willie, tell Tom like how it would be said.
Okay, so me and Josh are playing basketball. I cross him over, break his ankles. He falls on the ground. Then I do like a 360 dunk because I'm very athletic. And then I go, I'm him. And I do that LeBron thing. It looks like I'm breaking boards over my knees.
Oh, so it means you are the man, right? Is that what
That's
that means?
it.
Yeah.
After that, great example.
The him is the man.
Great example.
Mm-hmm.
I am the man.
And him is you in third person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I'm him.
Jimmy Butler was saying I'm him, and now people call him Himmy Butler, and it just rules. It's so fun. It's so cool.
That's cool. Himmy Butler. I like that very much. Al Jackson, it's always a great pleasure. You can watch Al on the TV or on your computer on the Daily Blast Live. Are you on board today, or is this your day off?
No, I'm on board today, and my new album, In Earnest, is out and available on all streaming platforms. So I'm excited about that as well. It's my latest comedy album, so I'm super excited.
That's great.
And the title is In Earnest?
In Earnest. Al Jackson, In Earnest.
And it just came. I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know, Al.
Yeah.
Is this the one that you recorded in Chicago?
Dropped.
At Comedy Bar?
This is yes.
Dude, this hour is so good. It's so it's funny, and it's like more than funny, and I'm jealous, and you're the man. It's so good, Al.
And Willie opened for me on that show. That was a great weekend, and it's just like this show is meant to be recorded. So I'm really, really happy and really proud of it.
So can I give it a review?
Absolutely, please do.
He's
on
him.
Apple, iTunes. There we go. Put that on the.
He's him. It's a mega W. How about that?
Yes, I'll take it. Please, all Bob and Tom people, rate and leave a comment and just leave. He's him. That would be how I know that's family on there.
Yeah, crank it up and be pushing your whip. That's
right.
Did I get it right? Okay, thanks very much. Thanks, Al.
Absolutely.
It's always a
Hey,
great
I love
pleasure.
You guys.
Right now, it's I know we keep hinting that it's going to be fall somewhere, but yikes, it can be really hot, but that doesn't matter. It's the food season, and HelloFresh has a bunch of really cool new stuff, including these time savers, the 15-minute meals from HelloFresh. They've got a new code and everything. The basis of HelloFresh, the basic thing you need to know, I should say, is that it's America's #1 meal kit. And I'm going to tell you how you can get a huge break on the price in just a second. First, I want to tell you how it works. They do the shopping. They do the measuring. You put the food together, making restaurant-quality meals, saving a ton of money. HelloFresh, by the way, every week, 40 new recipes to choose from, 100 add-on items. You can switch your proteins around, et cetera, so you can have what you want when you want it. For example, Willie's been working on some stuff over there.
Y'all, check out the honey butter barbecue pork chops with mashed sweet potatoes and lemony green beans. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious dish with lemony green beans, who's also my favorite author.
All right. Right now, you can knock 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months with the code 50. That's 50 BT Show. Once again, it's 50 BT Show at HelloFresh.com/50 BT Show. This is a great new offer from HelloFresh. The code is 50 BT Show. HelloFresh.com/50 BT Show. When we come back, Christy, what's on your mind?
Coming up, we've got twins in the news, a pair of twin stories. And we also have deer in the news. They're looking for archers to help with that. And we have mummy news. We've never got to this.
By the way, they're going to help them.
Yeah, I know. Not to help the deer.
Yeah,
but.
the deer. The deer are shopping at Target. No, they aren't the Target.
They are.
We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll.
This song just kind of popped out. This is from a father to a daughter perspective. So here we go. I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You letting go of my hand to say I do. And he will discover just how blessed a life can be. I know, 'cause all those years ago, your mom handed you to me. Every step that we take brings back the memories. Winter snows and horse shows and dancing on the beach. And I can't help thinking that I'm the lucky one. You're still my baby daughter, and now I've gained a son. And I'll take this slow, sweet walk with you. You letting go of my hand to say I do. And he will discover just how blessed life can be. I know.
8. NFL action. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones says he just wants a raise. He's threatening to take his holdout into the regular season opener tonight as Kansas City hosts the Detroit Lions in the NFL season opener. And Nick Bosa yesterday, his lengthy contract holdout ended. The 49ers agreed to a contract extension that will make Bosa the NFL's richest defensive player ever. Major League Baseball yesterday in interleague action. Seattle beat Cincinnati 8-4. American League winners Cleveland, Oakland, Tampa Bay, the Yankees, the White Sox, Houston, and Baltimore. And in the National League, your winners Pittsburgh, the Cubs, Arizona, Philadelphia, Miami, Washington, and St. Louis. And one WNBA game, Atlanta beat Seattle 79-68. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Today is National Read a Book Day.
How about that?
We were just talking about that off the air about carving out time to read a book every day.
Books are dumb.
Read the whole book
Books
today?
are dumb. Get lost in a book
Why
today.
read a book and you can watch the miniseries?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect. Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald. B-A-L-D. Bald. A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald. B-A-L-D. Bald.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air, it's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, Bob and Tom.
Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Roxanne.
Hello,
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
How are you guys this morning? You
Fine.
guys rock.
Fine, thank you very much. What can we do for you?
Oh, you guys were talking about tattoos, and I got a tattoo when I was in the Navy.
Oh, yeah?
What is it?
A USDA grade meat stamp on my ass. I'm Choice.
Well,
Choice beef, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's awesome.
I
bet it is.
What exactly does it say
It says USDA Choice.
on your buttocks area?
Yes, it is.
Do you get a lot of comments on it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When I show it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you this actually. Do you mention it to people before that? Do you say, hey, by the way, I've got a tattoo I want to show you, or do you just kind of spring it on them?
No, that depends on how much I've been drinking.
I understand. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't spring it on people.
No.
Well, I think we should get together for some beers. What do you say, Bob?
Okay.
Beers and some jerky.
Lots of jerky.
Yeah, maybe your tattoos can meet.
That's right.
But I can't stand the endorsements that come after that because everybody's going to have their own shoe and selling shoes and telling these kids to buy shoes. Because honestly, I don't care what kind of shoe an athlete wears, and neither should you. My question is, what kind of shoe does a black surgeon or lawyer wear? What is Johnny Cochran wearing? That should be the commercial. When you can get a brother off a double homicide the whole world knows he's guilty of, that's a bad shoe.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet.
Funner, I'll tell you a little bit later.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the news desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin over there in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now we have a lot to get to here. We have an interesting news story. You mentioned about deer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those stories that's going to get some people upset. But it's reality.
Officials in Pittsburgh are looking for archers to help manage the deer population in the city's parks. KDKA.
The first
we were
radio
right.
station, TV station, yeah.
Reports the archery hunts are set to take place in Frick and Riverview Parks during deer archery season this fall.
Oh, that's frickin' Riverview Park.
That's yeah.
According to city leaders, the deer population has reached a tipping point and the animals are posing a threat to Pittsburgh's green spaces. The city's initiative has received mixed reactions from the public. Selected archers will be required to attend and pass an accuracy test.
Yeah,
That's
well,
good to know.
Well, they set up the deer blind on the swing set, and poor little Stevie got an arrow through the eye.
Every hunter is required to take a doe first and then donate the meat to a food bank. Oh, and the deer must be dressed off site rather than in the parks themselves.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Anybody against this just doesn't understand how things work.
Yeah.
This is a good thing for everybody.
What is it? Culling the herd?
Sure. That has to happen.
That or build a highway next to it.
Yeah.
That'll draw them. Our veteran of the deer is Pat Godwin.
Yeah, 2 in 1 year.
2 in 1 year.
2017, I think it was.
Wow.
Same car?
Same type of car. They were both Jettas. I totaled them both.
Oh.
Without any gap insurance.
That's scary.
Yep.
So when they send the hunters in, do they clear the park completely?
I would hope so. I mean,
It could
it's
also-
a public park, though. How would you know?
Do you know this park, Pat?
No.
Oh, okay. It could be massive. I mean, this isn't necessarily your...
Oh, it's like 4 sets of swings. And
Yeah. This is. I mean, that could be part of it. But
jungle gym.
I mean, what if there's like a birthday party in the park? Some little kids are going to have to see Bambi live.
Uh-huh.
That could be kind of brutal to see.
Yeah, you got to grow up.
That's right.
Life's hard.
Get off the
Get
monkey
used to
bars.
it.
Get off the monkey bars. I'm going to have my deer bleed out on these things.
As a kid, would you rather see an arrow go through a deer or a deer go through your windshield? I think it would be
terrifying.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, there's a reason for it. Okay, Kristen.
Scientists have finally discovered why some wild boars in Europe are radioactive.
Yes, the boars are radioactive.
While the radioactivity found in the animals has been previously blamed on the 1986 Chernobyl disaster,
I'm tired of that getting the blame for everything.
scientists tested the meat from 48 boars in Germany and discovered that their radioactivity was caused by another significant source.
Yeah?
Study authors said the radioactive, is it cesium? From 1960s...
Cesium.
From a 1960s nuclear bomb testing that was sunk into the earth contaminated deer truffles, which happened to be the favorite food of wild boars.
Wow.
Man.
I was told this weekend when I visited Austin, and the place I stay is in a housing community.
Yeah.
And there are evidently, there are woods in the mountains and things like that. There are wild boars there all the time.
Oh, wow.
Wild pigs walking around.
And they're scary.
Digging up front yards, and they smell awful.
Man.
And they're big,
And they're
aren't they?
gigantic.
Yeah.
And
And
you
these-
go by and you see these holes in the front yard, and they're looking for truffles and things.
Oh.
But these wild boars are radioactive.
Yeah, in Germany.
I know that there's the famous thing with Oppenheimer when he did that endorsement. Said, "I have become pork." It's based on the famous Sanskrit.
The porcine of death. Is that what you're looking for there?
Porcine of death.
Something like that, yeah. We'll work on it. We'll workshop that. See what
What is it now? I am become death, destroyer of the world. Isn't that the?
I am the destroyer of worlds. Yeah.
I am become death. Yeah.
Yeah. The original.
Right.
So would it have to be I am become pork, the irradiated boar?
Kennedy say that in Berlin?
I am bacon pork.
Nearly 24 people were injured after a driver crashed a car into a Denny's restaurant in Texas.
Yikes.
Last Monday evening, police received calls about a crash at the restaurant in a Houston suburb. 23 people inside the building were injured. They were all taken to the hospitals, but non-life-threatening injuries, fortunately, for all 23. Police said the driver was uninjured and investigating the cause of the crash.
Yes, I'll have the moons over my head. Oh, my God!
It's a grand slam breakfast.
Moon's over my Hyundai.
This guy,
there you go.
This guy can go, oh, I thought this was the drive-through.
Yeah.
But everybody's okay up here.
Yes, everyone's okay. Fortunately.
We'll probably get a free breakfast.
I would you know what, folks? This one's on us.
How hungover would you have to be, and how good would the food have to be that a car crashes into a restaurant and you finish your meal? Like, you just need to get that in your belly.
Oh, yeah, I don't. If it were far enough away and there weren't glass in my eggs, I think I'd still just go ahead and finish.
Can you hand me the windshield wiper? I want to stir my coffee. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, a lady who's still not satisfied, even though she has 38 double G breasts. We'll talk about her. Yeah.
Cuckoo. Those are probably big enough, man.
They're going to tear. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom and Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
Dip him, right?
Oh, definitely.
Are we gonna dip
you gotta dip him.
Yep. He one's down, maybe? Is that what's happening? Or is that just a hello?
Bugs Bunny to oi. There he goes. Yep. You scream like a little girl. Scream like a junior high girl.
That's all. Those two little bastards.
Now, before we let you in, I got a couple of questions I need answered.
That was unbelievable.
Thank you, my friend.
That was incredible.
Yay!
Thank you, sir. I knew they were at the bottom of it. Well, I made it. It's really, yeah, you can't stop staring at those two little. There's two hooks, and that's, so you want to hang on to something.
The airport has got like magical powers. The airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad and somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. You know, like, can you watch my back and my kid? Name 8 Jackson, you know, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and, you know, 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask, like, where's 32 after 31, because they might not let you take the car, you know? Eventually, I went and asked, I was like, hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget. And she goes, oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car, so just take that. I should have just taken the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover. and then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about? Like, the Olympics are my favorite 4 years because they give that stat every 4 years about how many condoms they hand out at Olympic Village. This year, we gave away 618,000 condoms at Olympic Village, and every time I hear that stat, I'm like, why? Those are our best people.
What's wrong, Cindy? It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it.
Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray.
Oh, merciful God above us. It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Hey, this is Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
We're hanging out with comedian Dove Davidoff. Now, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a...
I have someone that left me that I still love very much, but
Thanks for bringing it up, Tom.
No. I think these are good. I think they're interesting because everybody's going through this at some point.
What?
Yeah, not to mention his goggles, which I had just bought them.
She took your dog.
Took your dog.
She did take the animal. It was hard. I'm just worried I'm going to become that guy. Like like the that fork in the road where you have a defining moment in your life, and had you been able to make it work, you could have been a whole person, but you didn't. Like, I'm worried 10 years from now I'm going to see her on the other side of the street and the sun's shining and she has kids and they're eating ice cream and she's got a husband. And then I'm on this side of the street and it's dark and raining and I got an open silk shirt with a gold medallion and I'm trying to convince some stripper to get my '88 Mustang because I know somebody with good coke. I don't want to be that guy, Bob. I want to be a decent human being. I'm fighting a good fight,
I'm with you.
And now I
You have
find
a
myself.
dream.
I had a dream.
And she's got the dog. I'm more worried about the dog than the gold medallion.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is
95 beer.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi there. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Beautiful morning.
Yes, isn't it? There's Ace Cosby. Hey. He's here. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with a letter.
May or may not be worth it. I have a feeling it won't, but I'm going to push forward.
Okay.
Chick McGee had a story this morning about Mr. Tom Brady, the one of the finest football players of all time. And do you recall the essence of the story, Chick?
Delta has hired him to be a spokesman, I guess.
Delta Airlines has hired Mr. Brady as a consultant to help.
This is somehow news. So
that is interesting. He's going to help.
There's the key.
Help the various executives and staff people with various aspects of their lives.
Yeah.
But we have a very interesting letter here. This comes to us from Fishhawk.
Fishhawk?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Fishhawk writes, Tom Brady's first suggestion to the airlines for their passengers, squeeze a little air out of your luggage. It makes it easier to carry and get it into the overhead compartment.
Okay.
Funny.
That's very, very... Thank you, Fishhawk. You see, Chrissy.
Yeah, he did the deflate.
Tom Brady, famous for deflating.
How does he give advice to regular people? Hey, what you want to do is get a job where you make millions of dollars, be completely celebrated by everyone in that organization, and then you marry a supermodel. That's step 2. you can't. Regular people can't take advice from Tom Brady.
Okay, my first tip to you, if you're, hi, I'm Tom Brady. If you be sure and call your car service and tell them not the exact time, but 20 minutes before, because you can't really trust the car service, and that way you don't have to rush. Thanks, Tom.
Okay. Oh, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we turn to Christy Lee at the news desk.
An Illinois woman who has undergone 3 surgeries to attain huge 38 double G breasts says she's on a mission to have the biggest breast in the world.
This is disgusting.
This is crazy.
What is her name so I can look at how gross this is?
Zenny Zounds.
What's her name again?
Zenny, Z-E-N-I, Zounds.
Oh, yeah, she's
Rhymes
from,
with mounds, only starts with a Z.
No, she's from Sound Effectsville. That's what that's.
She's 38. She first received a breast implant back in 2021.
Listen. I'm sorry. Listen to this quote. My boobs weigh as much as a newborn.
Oh, my gosh.
What a way to put that.
At the time, the office worker wasn't planning on sporting enormous artificial assets, but she immediately knew she wanted a larger look following her first procedure. She went to another surgeon who implanted expanders, which makes it possible to enlarge the breasts larger over time.
I'm now referring to all boobs as expanders.
Her breasts now weigh 7 pounds, which is about the size of a newborn. You're right.
And she wants them bigger.
And admits that her heavy chest does make everyday activities a bit difficult.
I'm not trying to be rude. Well, I don't care. Has she always been a woman?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say that.
Her pictures. I mean,
yeah,
just ugly.
There.
Don't try to be rude.
Miss Zounds admits her heavy chest makes everyday activities difficult. There are things I used to enjoy doing I just can't do anymore. She forlornly admitted. I used to run 4 miles of trails a couple times a week.
Just a hideous.
I used to play acoustic guitar. That has gotten really uncomfortable and difficult to do while sitting down.
Does she talk about what she used to do with her penis?
Eating is also a challenge.
According to this picture, eating not a challenge.
Ms. Zounds now wants to transition into the entertainment industry, Josh.
Oh, dear.
Saying, I want to have some of the biggest boobs in the world. They're what I'm
They
known
are
for.
they're enormous. It's disturbing.
Oh.
She could put those in a baby stroller and start her jogging again. Looks like the airbags in a Nissan Altima. They're very, very big.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
Isn't there a point
There you go.
at which the skin will tear?
You'd think.
They do.
That's why the expanders are.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, they do look like soccer balls inside her bra.
Yeah, they do. They look very firm.
Yeah.
Very round, very firm.
Not my type.
Globular.
Fully packed, round, firm.
No, is she on OnlyFans, I'm assuming?
She is, yeah.
Okay, look at this one.
This is. I'm usually a heavy Nats guy,
crazy.
Well, the farthest thing from that you want to be, I would think.
I want this woman just to suffocate me to death. My
She
goodness.
literally looks like she's sitting on an airplane with one of those pillows between her and the back seat.
That
or
is silly.
The back of the seat in front of her so she can sleep.
I do like that picture because it's hiding half of her face.
Wow. I think it's interesting that these expanders, so is it like a valve stem on a tire? I mean,
you just keep
does
adding
she just
air?
go to the gas station?
And don't you hate when you always end up losing one of the caps for those? Oh, they're just.
The air doesn't sneak out of it, does it, when you don't have the cap?
No, I don't think
It might. It might.
It's just an aesthetic thing. You want that covered.
Okay.
Oh, here's what she looked like before. Did you see that picture?
Again, I like that photo because.
You don't see her face.
Boy.
Hideous, is she?
She looks like Woody Harrelson.
He's a handsome man.
Yes. A handsome man.
Okay, well, let's.
A pair of identical twins from the UK have been wearing matching outfits for the past 23 years.
Let's celebrate nuts. Let's do that.
Rosie Coles and Kathy Hefferman, both 69 and next door neighbors, and spend every day together. take bus rides, go for walks, grab coffee, all while wearing matching ensembles.
Well, that's sweet.
Even when they go on vacation together, Josh, the sisters ensure they pack identical outfits.
Sure. What'd you say? Identical twins? What are they?
Yeah, they're identical together.
Well,
the pair told the Southwest News Service that they intend to match for the rest of their lives.
I can never remember. Are identical the ones that look alike?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
I always get that
Hefferman.
confused with fraternal. Yeah.
Went on to say, we have exactly the same homes with the same layout and the same gray color scheme at the moment. She likened it to being married to someone for 70 years, except they don't argue. The sisters often wear the same clothes while growing up, but their matching came to an end when they got married in the 1970s and no longer lived nearby.
I bet you they argue.
But when they both separated from their husbands in 2000, they got the opportunity to move closer to one another.
They both got divorced in the same
spurring them to dress the same way again.
Wow,
Yes.
that's creepy.
Yes.
And if you have identical twins, don't do that to them.
It's kind of cute when
It
they're
is
babies,
cute when they're
right?
little.
Yeah.
It's the wrong message.
I really want twins. Every day I pray to the patron saint of twins,
Do
St.
you?
Paul.
Oh, the Twin City.
It's kind of cute, right?
You may, because they skip a generation.
Oh, that's right.
My mom was from 2 sets of twins. So
Really? Good luck, buddy.
There you go.
That's what you need in your life.
Twins.
A set of twins. Yes. That'll get you back to being a mature adult.
No, not for me. Can't do it. Get out.
Twins in my family now. My little
that's
niece and
right.
nephew.
I don't care.
They're the rare boy-girl identical twins.
And they dress them the same.
My niece's penis is really something.
Well, that sounds
I'm
like
being
a
told this-
Dr. Seuss thing. My niece's penis had a Reese's Pieces.
This sounds, she is trans, evidently. This sounds lady. Or
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that
whatever,
sounds
whatever the proper
That
term
explains.
is. Yes.
So I'm glad to know that she's not just ugly. There's a reason for her hideousness.
Well,
I don't think
That's a little
I
harsh.
was, Tom, I swear to you, I was trying to help.
Get him back to slamming that TV show, The Bear. So I'm sorry. So I'm trying to find a picture of these old ladies.
I have it. What do you want to see? Here you go.
These are the
Please
twins.
tell me they dress up like with cowboy hats and guns and
No.
little cowboy skirts.
No, they're not dressed in cowboy skirts.
What a couple of lunatics.
Oh, here they are. Okay, I got them. Yeah.
It's in the New York Post.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
The Shining.
they've been doing
Yeah.
it for quite a while.
That is The Shining. That's very, very creepy. I bet they have a lot of cats. Just saying. What do you think?
Probably.
Okay.
You're right.
Boy, that's the ugliest dress I've ever seen in my entire life. Anyway,
No, Christy, those are the ugliest dresses.
I don't know when I
Yes, not only, but
Okay.
thank God there are two of them.
look at that.
I think Josh started this, but this blatant hostility toward the news subjects. I don't think we've been doing enough of that.
All right, tell me, is that not a hideous looking dress?
I like them a lot.
Doesn't that look like, isn't that right out of The Shining? Like whoever just said
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
creepy looking. But I'm sure they have some laughs.
It looks like you went to a fabric store with a lot of really beautiful patterns, and you go, yeah, just give me one of everything. And
You're,
put it together."
you're
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
It is.
A Scottish school district has welcomed 17 set of twins who started primary school this year. According to the BBC, the pupils will go to schools in Inverclyde, an area that has become known locally as Twinverclyde. The area is no stranger to large groups of twins. There have
Yeah,
been
because they invite them there.
147. There have been 147 sets of twins since 2013, an average of 13 each year. But in 2015, there were 19 sets of twins starting the new primary term in the region. What's in the water there?
Double mint.
Yeah, they could become double. What is it? Double mint. You got The Shining. Are those the most famous identical twins? You think?
The double mint gum. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
the double mint twins.
Double your pleasure.
The
double
fat
your
guys on
fun.
those scooters in the Guinness World Book of World.
I think they're dead.
Well, yeah,
Very,
but
very dead.
They were certainly.
They were twins?
I think so. Yeah.
Remember they ever see those pictures of these gigantic guys and their buns are enveloping the mini bike?
I'm pretty
It
sure
wasn't a mini bike.
I'm pretty sure Lindsay Lohan and her twin are probably the most famous twins, right?
They certainly
they were great in that movie. What happened to the other one?
The Parent Trap?
Oh yeah.
Tom, don't you have something to tell us? I thought you did.
I do.
Yes.
We have a bunch of stuff coming up, but first, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's BetterHelp all about? Well, it's about helping you and helping you get things to slow down a little bit. There's so much coming at us in the contemporary world today. Maybe your mind is racing before you go to bed. There's all kinds of stuff going on. You got to calm down. Therapy can be extraordinarily helpful, and BetterHelp is a way to access therapy and get therapy entirely online. It starts with a brief questionnaire. You'll fill that out. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And then the therapy itself is done online, so you can be doing it as if you were on the phone. You can do it texting back and forth. You could do it on camera, whatever makes you most comfortable at your convenience. That's the beauty of BetterHelp. Get the information by going to BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. By the way, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Do it today. It'll knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT Show to get on your way to being your best self. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Now, when we come back, Christy Lee is over there at the news desk. We have a request. And also, what have you got over there, Christy?
Well, we never, ever got to our big peanut story, and we're going to get to that, by golly.
Peanut.
Peanut. What did you think I said?
I look at my enormous peanut.
I didn't say...
Okay, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Rodney Carrington.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Giant because a colleague of mine, Tony Robbins, wrote Awaken the Giant Within, Bob.
Uh-huh.
And if we have time, I'd like to explain the difference between me and Tony Robbins, one of the most successful.
I'd love to know.
Oh, a couple $1 million?
Well, no, not really. You know, Tony Robbins wrote a book, as you know, called Awaken the Giant Within. Sold over 20 million copies. And in this book, Christy, Mr. Robbins postulates, that means theorizes, that everyone has a giant within them just waiting to break out and do fabulous things. Well, I think that's a crock of, you know what I mean. I think if you feel you have a giant within you, you're probably constipated.
Yeah.
Yeah. My new book, Meet Me in the Middle, is an answer to Zig Ziglar's See You at the Top. See, I think we are our own worst enemy, and the sooner that people realize that in the success world, we are our own worst enemy. Our middle name should be Versus. I don't believe, and I think Chick would agree with this, success is not something we reach as a final destination. Success is like an illness, isn't it? We have bouts of success, episodes of success, and then we fall down and flounder some more. And my book shows you how to take advantage of those times you do succeed and parlay those up. And there's a reason why I'm able to drive a 1987 Cadillac Fleetwood. I have 3 cars, 2 of which are running.
I mean,
do you want a sample?
Where no one knows
You want
you.
a different mic so you can stand up?
Yeah, I want to stand because I mean this is a real.
Well, you can turn that up into a standing mic if you can take that out of the
desire.
socket there. It'll.
Oh, if I can hold it.
Oh, look out!
Wait
a minute.
Just take the whole thing out of the stand.
Yeah, you can take it out if you.
There we go.
I'm feeling good.
Hey, Chickster, how's it going over there?
We have a 30-second snippet of the music. Does this music start? Are you aware of where this starts? Do you have enough intro and
You know, me and old Dino practiced it once or twice, so we might be able to figure it out.
All right, well,
we'll see.
I'm going to have to ride the volume here, make sure I get it right. Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Here we go. Boy.
No one can hold you down if you really want it. Just steal your destiny right from the hands of fate. Reach for the cup of life because your name is on it. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? 2-E-O. It's olé, olé, olé.
Oh, it sounds just like living La Vida Loca.
Sounds just like living La Vida Loca.
Perhaps our arguments with Ricky Martin, not even with you. I think maybe.
I've never been more disappointed.
So what we're supposed to go olé, olé, olé?
Yes, guys, come on. This is a give and take song.
Let's try it again.
Just steal your destiny right from the hands of fate. Reach for the cup of life because your name is on it. Do you really want it? Do you really want it?
Olé, olé.
2-E-O.
Olé, olé, olé.
No, no, no.
Olé, olé, olé.
Tonight's the night. We're gonna celebrate the cup of life.
Olé, olé, olé. No,
Now, wait a minute. In our defense, it's living La Vida Loca, only redone.
Yeah, it is for the most part.
That is very judgmental of you.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, it does sound very similar.
Sounds very similar.
I do love the song Living.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah.
Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh, no.
Hey, look, ladies, if I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
Let it snow.
if you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Kiwi Rogers is our guest. Kiwi, having just met you, I can guess you're obviously an athlete.
Yeah, I work out a little bit. They have the whole thing where you pump weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to have that cardiovascular, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing basketball the other day. They made me guard the worst dude on the other teams. It was a fat dude wearing thongs. Man. You know, standing on the court smoking a cigarette. You know I was in bad shape.
And you couldn't keep up with him.
I couldn't keep up with him. I got involved with that aerobics. Don't like aerobics, man. That's too much like sex.
It is.
Aerobics?
Yeah, you sweat, muscles hurt, and then you got a woman up there telling you you're not doing it right.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Willie Griswold's here.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. A bunch of cool stuff coming up. Ms. Pat will be our guest tomorrow morning in the studio. She's got a new TV show. Judge Ms. Pat. I'm not sure what they're calling it, but she'll be the judge, kind of like a Judge Judy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Should be interesting. On the road this weekend, we've got Willie along with Greg Hahn. That's going to be a great show coming to Peoria. It'll be at the famous Jukebox Comedy Club. Willie, do you know how to get tickets to that?
Yeah, go to my Instagram at willie.griswold. There's a ticket link in the bio. And I just posted my favorite picture of me and Josh. A lot of fun.
Oh, on Instagram?
how nice.
I can't wait to see it.
How very nice.
Josh looks very handsome.
Can I see it? Where do I see that again?
At willie.griswold on Instagram.
Oh, cool. Right now, I also want to remind you that Greg Warren, a good friend of the show, is at the Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton starting tonight.
That should be a good speech.
It'll be a great show.
Good TED Talk.
and then Jim Gaffigan, who was our guest earlier this morning, is on the road, and I can assure you those shows will be amazing. And I know tomorrow night, wait a minute, what is today? Saturday night he's in Fort Wayne, among a bunch of other spots. I'll get that calendar for you and start telling you what to do there. But right now, I'm going to boss you around. Go see this show or else.
Sure.
All right.
Go see the show or else.
Tell it, brother.
A couple quick things. We have our contest has started. It's the Pigskin Pick'em. Every week you get a new shot, a new lease on life. Have some fun. You pick the winners. You don't have to worry about the spread. and just pick the winners of those games, starting, of course, with tonight's game. So get that entry in today. At stake every week is the beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max, the Rolls Royce of outdoor cooking. Plus, you will get a shot at going on the radio and challenging Chick McGee with the famous shoe-in of the week. And Chick's shoe-in picks are in for the weekend already, and you can find those.
I'm taking New England, taking Pittsburgh, and laying the Commanders.
Okay.
And the Commanders is double shock.
You're doubling your bet on the Commanders, and they're -7 going
I'm
out.
sorry,
So
the football team, not the Commanders.
Tom, this morning I've angered people by dismissing, if not criticizing outright, the popular television show The Bear.
The Bear, it's not about bears. I've watched it. It's about
It's not about
restaurant.
bears, he felt.
Right.
Well, no, if you haven't seen the show.
Although there is a bear in it.
Yeah.
An actual
Very
bear.
first scene. Yeah. There's a bear. That was the most interesting. I've also made fun of a woman's looks. She's hideous, and I get sick when I look at her. And that made people mad.
Yeah.
I have decided this morning I will not make anyone else angry with what I say or do. Tom, we have not done Ace's joke of the day yet.
Son of a...
I didn't know where you were going.
Did I make
And now, Josh Arnold, angry. Me.
Who's that sexy man with a deep
Whoop-dee-doo.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
We were just talking about deers. I traded a deer for a bunch of chickens.
You did?
Great deal. It only cost me $1.
That was Ace Cosby's joke
Okay.
of the day.
Look.
Yeah.
This has all been fun and games up to this point.
You've had a nice run.
Yeah, I guarantee you, we stop doing this, no one will notice. Okay,
You'll anger the world.
That can't be true.
Very popular segment of the
It
show.
is very
We
popular.
make him do it every
can't
day,
believe you.
and then we're mean to him afterwards. He's like that guy that has to push that rock up that hill, and then
Yeah,
it goes over
no
him.
joke.
Oh, yeah, the myth of syphilis.
Yeah,
I suppose there's
is that where sissy comes from?
He doesn't have
Sisyphus?
syphilis.
I don't
It's
know.
the myth of Sisyphus. I'm aware
I
of that, but I mean,
know,
do you
but-
suppose there's a pamphlet somewhere entitled, some English major had to go to work for the health department, and yes, I've entitled our pamphlet "The Myth of Syphilis." It's about the true nature of this horrible disease. And I can just see that. Well, thank you, Poindexter. What else have we got over there?
A giant roadside peanut in Georgia has been rededicated 5 years after it was felled by a hurricane.
Oh.
Georgia's Big Peanut, which was originally erected along Interstate 75 in 1975.
That's a big peanut.
Yeah.
Georgia's Big Peanut is what my uncle calls Jimmy Carter.
Oh.
Enticed tourists off the highway to the small town of Ashburn, Georgia. However, because it was made of fiberglass, it was toppled by the winds of Hurricane Michael way back in 2018. The Ashburn-Turner County Chamber of Commerce raised nearly $80,000 to replace the giant nut, now made of sheet metal and situated atop a brick pedestal. The new peanut reigns over I-75 once again. Cole Surser, whose company made the new landmark, said it took workers a combined 700 to 800 hours to build the peanut, which weighs around 5,000 pounds.
Chick, that peanut is right next to a gas station.
Oh, really?
Shell.
Once again.
From the bottom of the brick pylon to the top of the peanut, the landmark stands more than 40 feet tall.
That's right. Planters ain't got nuts like these.
You keep reading.
Check them out.
Keep reading it, though. 18 people died of peanut allergies.
Oh, just looking at it?
Just driving by.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. Actually, it's going to be does it say there that's going to be the final resting place of Mr. Peanut?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
say
it's
that.
Oh, that's true.
He's going to be.
He already died, right? Didn't he?
Didn't they kill him off after the Super Bowl or
I
something?
think they did, and then
They brought him back somehow.
yeah.
And when you bury Mr. Peanut, you just get
More peanuts.
more Mr. Peanuts.
Are peanuts the seed of the peanut tree, bush?
I don't know if peanuts are actually a seed or not.
How do peanuts grow?
Are they on
I think they're
a tree? It's got to
a
be
bit of a root. No, they're in the dirt.
No, they're in the dirt.
Yeah.
They are in
Almonds
the dirt.
are on trees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, peanuts are in the dirt.
Hey, Ivy League.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where do peanuts come from?
I don't know. Georgia. I'm looking at this statue. It's like the first 40 feet is just this brick shaft.
And then the peanut's what, 2 inches tall?
Yeah, the peanut's on top. I thought it was
a regular peanut.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Just a big unveiling.
Oh, that's nice.
How do you feel about circus peanuts?
Oh, I don't care for circus peanuts at all.
Really?
My dad was a big fan of that candy.
Yeah.
Said the staler, the better was his philosophy.
Oh, really?
And I said, well, you never have to worry about getting a fresh one, so you should enjoy all of them.
Did
you
them
like
in our
them,
house,
Tom?
too, and I don't know why.
Chick, were you a circus peanut fan?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a circus
I've never
peanut,
even
Willie?
tried one.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what it is.
Worst. Yeah, are those the same you get at baseball games?
No, these are the
No, they're
candy.
orange.
They're like a
Oh, no, I'm
styrofoamy
not a
orange.
fan.
Oh, is it like a candy corn?
No.
they're bigger and
Halloween
About like
thing.
this long. and they're
Styrofoam.
spongier.
Yeah,
They're
get that
mushy.
Kind of like a marshmallow-y
Worst taste
thing.
ever.
Just another reason I don't like your dad, Josh.
Whoa.
I'm glad we're finally talking about it.
You guys all didn't care for Larry? None of you?
I love Larry.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
No,
I'll tell you a tale about Vietnam. Oh, gosh, yeah, whatever, Larry.
Oh, he was always bragging about it, wasn't he?
Wasn't he?
I've literally only heard that he was a lovely man.
Like,
Scared for his family.
and that actually leads to this letter.
Oh.
About Larry?
Yeah, this is it says I've been playing guitar for 10 years now.
Congratulations.
I recently came into possession of a banjo.
Oh, how about that? I hope under better circumstances.
Now, as you may recall, unfortunately, that story was revealed on the radio about Josh obtaining a banjo.
It was my father's.
It was your dad's, and your dad, a badass Vietnam combat veteran.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't even know why I try, but you inherited his banjo. Now,
Jimmy the busboy.
Well, here's the audio when we found this out, and Jess Hooker was in the studio, and Pat says something that's what causes the riotous laugh, and here it is.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
It's just...
That's, you can actually hear his head, like his voice, going away from the mic as he throws his head up.
I made a mistake.
Well, thank God you took it well.
And it's a little inside, but Jess Hooker laughs almost immediately. It should be noted, she was on a Zoom delay, so she laughed immediately. And then it came in half a second later. She was going from the get-go.
By the way, this Jachin, is that...
That's a Hindu way to spell Jesus.
Is it Jackin?
I doubt it's Jackin.
It's Jackin.
You know what? No. Let's do this differently.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say, yes, I think that's Jackin. Now, let's see where that leads us.
Jachin? Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen that name before.
Huh.
That's the guy's name?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a...
Jachin?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a lady or a...
Maybe
Jason?
Yakin?
Could be Yakin.
It could be Yakin. Well, Yakin wants to have Josh shred on the banjo with Pat playing guitar.
That would be fun, yeah.
You're still taking lessons, right?
No, I've never taken any lessons. I'm kind of teaching myself, and it's been a while since I've
Pat, the last line of this.
Oh, yes?
P.S. Can Patty G play Circle City?
Very funny.
Oh.
It's one of Pat's.
I don't want to be mocked.
One of your serious songs.
Well, you're in the wrong place, pal.
I know.
You were telling me off the air that you have your sweetie now, your gal, your lover.
Your paramour.
Where you going with this?
Your receptacle.
You told me
your
that...
meat sleeve.
That's what Pat calls it.
Who are we to say?
For all I know, she likes it.
Paula's dad, if you're listening, that's not true.
Josh.
The old ball and chain, I've heard that.
Chick, you got it right.
That's a favorite. Her.
He's pissing off America one person at a time and doing really well.
Yeah.
You're doing really higher in the polls than several
dad
people running for office.
That one actually could affect lives of my good friends.
So, Pat, you were saying that you will occasionally serenade your lovely girlfriend.
I do all my serious songs.
With your,
sometimes on the
have you
weekend,
played Circle City for her?
Yeah, sure. That's one of them.
Does she like that one?
Yeah, she likes that one.
Does she take does she make requests like, oh, I'd love to hear Blackbird or?
She likes Blackbird, yeah, but I mostly do my own songs.
Of course.
I'm not a cover
but
artist
think about it.
when I'm off the air.
She enjoys that when he does. Think about the taste she has already.
That's a good.
Patrick, will you play me WAP?
Acoustic.
Yes.
She has a lovely porch. That's not a euphemism.
Yeah, the old porch. I've heard about the old porch.
Times I get
The old tight porch.
Sure. I bring my deck, and she's got the porch.
Oh, sure.
You're in so much trouble.
Yeah,
I don't think it's my fault.
The old stinky porch.
What did I do?
My friend called me.
Believe me, it's already started.
said-
Let me check my phone.
Yeah, don't check your phone.
But you,
What's this about?
Don't check your phone.
you'll play some of your serious songs.
Yes.
Can you favor us with one of them?
No, he won't.
You know, it was very painful to do Circle City and have that mocked because I used to kind of mumble it when I sang it. That was the style back then. Then you
What
forget
are you
how we
doing?
lyrics.
What the hell are you doing working here if you were really upset by that?
Now, is that the one that has the boats?
Yeah.
And the lakes and
that mixed metaphor, the water.
Yeah.
It was originally called Lost in the Indianapolis Ocean, and
sad,
Indianapolis
awful
is
metaphor.
called the Circle City.
But we don't have an ocean.
That's the whole point of the song, is that you can drown anywhere.
Oh.
You don't have to be underwater.
I feel like I'm drowning right now.
Is Circle City the one that features your...
Yes, Johnny Loud One.
Yes, yeah.
Johnny Loud.
I would mumble that. Johnny Loud One.
So Johnny Loudon was a character you've created.
That was me, yeah.
Your alter ego, if you will.
I'm singing about me.
I feel like before you get a poetic license, they should give you a poetic permit for a while. You know,
gotta have somebody singing right with you.
Some sort of poetic test.
Somebody that has their foot on the brake.
You can make metaphors, but only if your dad's with you. You know,
Pick a word that rhymes with cat.
You got to be able to parallel park. Well, just play us a little bit of the beginning.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Circle City.
This is the one that your sweetie
When
likes.
he's mocked, he's upset.
By
okay.
Throw the seed.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are we seeds or sea?
Yeah, it's seed.
Seed. We're planting seeds.
This is a biblical reference up front.
Okay, very good.
What?
Yeah. Throw the seed.
Sounds like a John
among the stone. And watch how wild it's grown. That's me. Tough and twisted.
Uh-oh.
Something's missing, and it shows.
So we're growing plants, right?
That's right.
Okay. That's the analogy.
It's essentially a man in a city because he's the seed
And
among the
he's alone.
stones.
There you go.
Something's missing. He's alone.
I see.
Johnny Loud One, loads of fun. Alliteration. Johnny Loud One, loads of
Are we
fun.
missing a word in there? Is that a
Would have
sentence?
thought he'd be the one
See, that's nice. That's a rhyme.
to be drowning. No more clowning. Throw you on the line.
What happened to the plant?
The plant.
You got to move on in life.
So the plant is covered in water now?
It's not a plant. The plant. He grew out of the seed.
Exactly.
And he does have a point. When you are drowning, the clowning stops.
Yes.
You have to really take that
You
seriously.
see that floating red nose? And make
two big
one
shoes?
giant shoe.
can you keep doing?
But listen to these chord changes.
When you said Johnny Loudwood, loads of fun,
Yes.
you said alliteration for everybody. For the rest of this, can you point out the rhetorical tropes you use after you use them? Because it's fun.
No, I can't. There's no one on the beach.
Yeah.
No one in the boat. So it's sink or swim.
Alliteration.
Too tired to float.
Well, that's lazy.
That is. You have to be very.
What kind of
2 years old.
idiot goes out in the lake that's too tired to swim?
Hey, you want to get in that lazy river? Oh, I'm exhausted. I couldn't possibly just float around.
You just see now I'm seeing an upside down guitar floating with one clown shoe.
All right, we have one more chorus left
All
here.
right.
All the lifeguards left their chair.
Lifeguards left their chair.
Hey, I said I used to mumble it. All the lifeguards left their chair. Hey, anybody there? Oh, 'cause it sure ain't looking pretty here in Circle City tonight.
Poor Johnny.
Now you have.
So, are you dead at the end? What happened?
No, he's not.
just having a
He's
tough
just
time.
alone. He's all alone.
I thought he was out
there.
swimming.
Tough time.
Sinking.
Yeah. Had too much
Nobody
to
to
drink.
help.
That's the drowning metaphor.
Yeah,
but
okay, the first chorus.
Yeah.
I just repeat that later.
Very
on.
nice chords.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
That's why it's the
And your
mumble.
voice.
Beautiful song.
Oh, thank you.
Who are the lifeguards?
See why
in
Paula
this-
likes it.
In the metaphor, are the lifeguards anybody, or is that just part of the?
He's looking for help.
The folks that you would normally rely on, aren't
Yes,
they?
Yeah.
they're
Right.
dead. Now you get it.
Yeah. I get
Oh,
it.
yes.
What are they doing?
They're gone.
I've written a 17-page apology of Circle City.
Go ahead.
Hey, this fall,
Yeah.
make listening to the Bob and Tom Show part of your routine, and be sure to use your Raycon wireless earbuds to do it. With Raycon, you take premium audio wherever you go. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. Traveling or maybe a workout, the optimized gel tips that are gooey are the perfect in-ear fit for any ear ever made.
They're not really gooey. I just said that because they stay in your ear. They're perfect.
They're not
gel
moist.
tips,
They're
yeah.
not wet.
No.
With Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and they start about half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 78,000 five-star reviews. And you know, school's back in session, which means Raycon is having their annual back-to-school sale for a limited time. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. That's buyraycon.com/Tom to score 20%. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, chicks. You're coming up. A little bit of history for you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning.
You took my breath away from the moment I first saw you. Will you marry me, Dolly? She said yes! She said yes!
It's not a real person.
It's not a real diamond. Real, natural, earthborn diamond. For your real love, from a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers.
Okay, once again, Josh has put them on over his.
Okay.
Okay, so now in the groin area there.
Well,
is a,
that looks ridiculous.
Whoa.
Oh, is she turning it on? Sit back down. Now,
You know, this is why we have HD cameras.
Sadie has the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? You have it caught in a crack? What's going on back there?
Okay.
Okay, you okay?
Okay, so are you prepared?
Now, Sadie, explain to me how the remote works.
Okay, so up to 20 feet away, which makes it really fun for a Valentine's Day date, out to dinner with your lover,
sure.
a little private. There's 3 different modes. There's
Right.
manual mode where I can just press a button and it will vibrate.
All right, there we go.
There's ambient mode where you can hold it up to a speaker and it'll pick up the bass from music.
Is that?
Or you can whisper sweet nothings into the mic like this.
Oh, my God.
Can you?
Oh.
Oh, so
Hey,
as
honey.
she talks, it's vibrating?
Hey there, big
That's pretty
boy.
good.
So she could be in the next room on a phone.
I really. Here, I'm going to step over here.
Oh, okay. Now Sadie's leaving and walking away over to Chick's mic.
All right.
And
Oh, my God.
oh, she's whispering.
Talking to him, yeah.
That feel pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try.
Whisper sweet
Wait a
nothings.
second.
Now I've got to.
Oh, it's so.
He's going to be
So what do I
finished.
do? Do I just
No, it's
talk?
already doing it.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, no.
So it's vibrating to his voice.
What's going on?
It's as though your lips
What's going on?
are up against me.
Oh.
Give it back to Sadie, please.
How about this? Is it? Oh, goodness.
Hi, everybody. Chick McGee here from the Bob and Tom Show. I want to tell you about the NFL season coming up. We got together with the folks at Big Green Egg, and each and every week, you're going to have a chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg during the Pigskin Pick'em program on the Bob and Tom Show.
Use big words. I got a little test here.
What test are we doing?
No, don't do this.
What? Now, I want you to hand this to Jessica. And it's, I don't want to give too many hints.
Why is that still in here?
I want you to figure out what that is, Jessica. Describe.
I'm
Put it
afraid.
down. And it's got those
doesn't bite.
rubberized rods sticking up. They're about 4 inches in length and about, I would say, 3/4 of an inch in diameter. What do you think those are? Can you describe the 4 of them? Go left to right. Actually, go right to left. Just describe.
Well, they're limper to stiffer.
Well, yeah, the left little rod is very wiggly.
Yes, very
squishy. And number 2 gets a little bit firmer.
Yeah.
Still wiggly. Number 3, again, a little bit more firm.
Is that how you normally pull it back and flick it when you're okay?
Flicker.
Then what's the last one? Then?
The last one is just straight up hard.
Flick it with your finger. Ow.
And not moving around the ball.
What do you think? What do you think that is?
I'm starting to think this represents a penis.
You're correct.
Yeah.
4 of them.
The revolution.
That's if you're going to a doctor and you're looking for an erectile dysfunction drug.
Yeah.
That's what you use to describe the level of flaccidity, if you will,
that you currently have.
If you're going to use big words,
I don't think you need to go if you're at 4.
No.
Mm-hmm. Gonna take that out of your mouth and put it down.
Oh my God!
I just like playing with number 1. It's all wiggly and squishy.
Jessica?
Jess?
I'll take 10% if I testify for you. How's that?
It's sort of like a dildo buffet.
Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern, worldwide on BobandTom.com.
This is Reno Collier, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat, and they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow with a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tale, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dwight Slade is our guest.
But I've been fired from every job I've ever had. That's true. I've never been.
Have you really?
Yes. Personal record, 3 hours at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's right. I got a plaque from the Colonel. I was 18. They hired me as a cashier. That's smart. Let's take an aspiring comedian and put him in between fat people and their food. What could go wrong? I'm there 3 hours. This guy comes walking up to the counter. Yeah, what's the difference between your 2-piece dinner and your 4-piece dinner? Well,
let's take a look at it.
Let me get out my calculator. I have to log on to the internet here. Wonder if it could be 2 pieces of chicken. Wonder if that could be it. Wonder if you could have figured that out if you sat in a honey pot like Pooh Bear and think, 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 think. Fired.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
He's over there in that performance room. There's Willie Griswold.
You know, today is 9723, and if you add up 23, it equals 5, so it's 975. So it's like you're counting down by odd numbers. Isn't that cool?
And somewhat frightening.
Whoa.
I think it is more frightening.
Have you seen his Instagram post, by the way, of you guys going out for a comedy show? He's put that up. You might want to check that out, Josh.
Saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Saw it.
Yeah. What do you think?
I thought it was just a mistake.
Not funny.
Your picture was completely blanked out by text, but that's
cute.
Ace Cosby. Hey, I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Isn't the date like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 coming up or something?
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
You mean 12? December 3rd.
December 3rd. Impossible.
There's one of those. There's one of those weird things.
It would have to
coming
be
up.
December 32nd. Yeah, I think something is.
Are you a time traveler?
I'll find it. I forget what it was. A couple quick things. I'm going to tell you more about something tomorrow. All I'm going to say is your hint is the leaves are already changing in Wisconsin. That's all I'm telling you. Got a nice letter from there. And Brian will look forward to seeing you. I don't know if Johnny Loudone will be there.
He'll be there.
Okay.
He's everywhere.
I do know I do know a couple things. Our Pigskin Pick'em contest up and running. Get your entry in today before the game time, please. Every week it's a clean slate, shall we say. But this is week 1, so go for it. What we're talking about is picking pro football games, and whoever picks the most for the week, Thursday through Monday night, or the Monday nighter, will be our winner of a Big Green Egg Mini Max. Get all the rules and details and the ins and outs and the tiebreakers, etc. by going to bobandtom.com/contest. Have some fun. You could be winning the Rolls Royce of outdoor cooking, the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Once again, bobandtom.com/contest. On the road this weekend, Willie G, and he'll be working with Greg Hahn, and that's going to be coming up at the Jukebox Comedy Club in Peoria. Willie, ticket information is where?
Yeah, come hang out. It's at my Instagram at willie.griswold. There's a link in the bio. Come hang out, gang.
This is not me, but I'm being told that the last day of this year is 123-123. December 31st, 23.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Okay, there we go. Okay, very good.
That's when the aliens.
I knew it was something like 3, 4, 5 or something. There were numbers involved. I knew that much.
Also, on this year, 12/31, New Year's Eve falls on that date.
This year. I can't think of anyone. I'm sure there are people. I can't think of anyone who likes you right now. I can't.
But isn't
between the LGBTQ and
I'm getting a kick out of myself.
Isn't there a movement to have New Year's Eve on a Monday? So we get a 3-day weekend.
No.
Yeah. Just saying. I mean, they move Halloween.
Time now for today in history. Lower. Here's Tom.
Ace is trying to prove a point.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Instead of doing his job, he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
He told me 2 hours ago, don't touch that.
Don't.
Leave it alone.
I stand by that. Don't touch it because you can't bring it to yourself to reach over and turn anything up or down. I get that. I understand.
Okay.
Shut up, Tom.
All right. This is interesting.
Don't get me started.
Oh my
1776, the world's first submarine attack. A submersible called the Turtle attached a time bomb to the hull of a British ship during the Revolution.
Pretty wild.
There you go. Even way back then.
It
now,
really makes you think, doesn't it?
I'd rather be in that one than the one. Never mind. Let's see. This is interesting. 1813, the United States nicknamed Uncle Sam.
Oh.
Do other countries have? Like, is there a Canadian?
Like Uncle Joe or Uncle Bob or
Is it like an Uncle Luigi in Italy? Or
I don't know.
Not sure.
Uncle Mountie.
Uncle Schnitzel in Germany? Maybe not. Okay. This is bad. I'm not sure how accurate this is. This says in 1909, Eugene Lefevre was the first pilot to die in an airplane crash.
You give Lefevre.
I think they had a couple go before then that were a little more experimental.
Oh, yeah. The Wright brothers have all kinds of blood on their hands.
Here we go.
On this date in 2002, Serena beat Venus, the Williams sisters, to win her second U.S. Open title, creating a very tense Thanksgiving. Let's see. And on this date in 1533, the birthday of Queen Elizabeth I. Anyone remember her nickname?
Queen Elizabeth I.
Old blood and guts.
No.
The Virgin Queen.
Well, that's gonna.
Did she stay that way?
It's gonna cut down on.
There's no way.
And after her, there was
a new
after
queen. I would think.
After her, there was Queen Betty, bam, bam.
Oh, Queen Betty. Hey, didn't Queen Elizabeth get in and just slaughter like 5 or 6 people that were like she godfathered the
something?
She Michael Corleone the whole
the whole
the
court?
people that were against her. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
pretty
birthday of the great Buddy Holly, 1936. And still surviving, by the way, 1943, Gloria Gaynor.
Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor.
Was she, what the hell, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar?
I Will Survive.
That was
I Will Survive.
Such a horrible song.
Helen Reddy, I Am Woman,
thank
Watch
you.
Me Roar.
That's Helen Reddy.
68, Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live, very funny. And do you know who this is? Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie, born in this state in 73.
Mm-hmm. Super hot.
Sure.
Don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those.
She was the foreign exchange student in the Jason Biggs.
Oh, no, I know what that is. They told her it was topless or something. She was topless during the whole movie? Yeah.
Nadia.
That's right. Yeah.
Hot.
Wow.
Time now for things we learned. So we learned not to ask Ace to turn anything up or down. I
Refuses to do his job.
I hope you learned the lesson.
I certainly did. I learned my lesson, and I know my place. Willie had jury duty yesterday and got paid $30,000 for one
Wow,
day's
that seems
work.
like a clerical error.
I'm rich, losers. Kick rocks. Never going to see you again.
NFL football tonight. Lions at Kansas City on your NBC, wherever you're watching your TV. Prune Worker. We got an email from Prune Worker Tina. She loves to listen to our show.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you for
Tina.
your
We
pruning.
appreciate that.
Do you prune prunes?
You do prune prunes.
Oh, yeah, unless you don't want a bushy prune.
No, you want a pruny prune.
You got to get a hold of that. The guy trying to run across the Atlantic Ocean on the inflatable hamster wheel threatened to blow the Coast Guard up, and he's in jail again, I guess.
Tom, did you ever have that popular powdered drink made out of prunes?
What was that called?
Prune Tang?
Now everyone in here is mad at you.
I like prune tang.
Are you ready for some football?
We got ready for some football. Don't forget, be sure to get bobandtom.com/contest. Get on board for the Big Green Egg Mini Max. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Think you know your pro football? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com/contest. It's your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green